Hello everybody, December48 here and welcome back to another ScapeCon 4 video. Today we are returning to the Reverse the Whip tournament and joining back in for the final between Cleon and GucciiBoost. I'll hand it over to the commentators for this game.
And so we'll be, I think he's just about finalized, and it looks like they're grabbing order markers, and we are a go. They let go of order markers. We are not a go. What teases? What teases? Okay, they shake hands. Now we're ready to go. Cody's got his order markers. We are ready to go. All right, so here we go. Reverse the Whip finals. Real quick for anybody who might have shown up a little bit after I started this stream. So we've got Cleon on the left side and GucciiBoost on the right side. They're playing the finals for the Reverse the Whip Championship event. This is going to be a reverse round, so they are playing the army that their opponent brought. So Cleon is playing GucciiBoost's army, which is going to be one squad of Romans with Valguard and Me-Burq-Sa as bonding options. We've also got 10th Regiment of Foot times 2. Hey.
Yeah, that Cleon player, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's and then we've also got 4 red Wyrmlings. And over on GucciiBoost's side, we've got Sir Gilbert with Knights of Weston, 2 squads. We've also got Zetacron, 2 squads of Omnicron Repulsors, and 1 squad of the Omnicron Snipers. And so right now they are just figuring out their order markers for the first round. We've got the game being played on Alta, a map made by our good friend Flash19. And on this map we've got Maniglodin and Valda. So this will be an interesting matchup because both kind of have some similar properties going on. You know, you've got some bonding melee. Granted, you know, bonding melee much stronger on the GucciiBoost side because you got 2 squads of knights there versus the 1 squad of Romans.
How's it going?
Going well. You want to jump in?
Yeah, man. I want to see what's going on in this finals match.
We're finally rolling the initiative, so it's a good time to hop in and see how it goes. Did you played in Reverse the Whip, right?
I did.
Okay, how'd it go for you? Oh, real quick also, this is Major Q23, right?
Hello, everybody. This is Major Q23, William.
Yep. Joining in with us, so welcome.
Hey, thank you. Reverse the Whip was fine. It was good. I went, this was the first year I think ever that I overshot the meta. Brought too good of a
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was kind of okay with that I was okay with that possibility going in. Mm-hmm. I knew my army was going to be pretty good. But I wanted to be able to try to rely on other people playing my army bad, as opposed to me not being able to play my army. Because like last year, I felt like I played my army really well at times, and I still wasn't able to win.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I just need to go stronger, and in the reverse rounds, trust that other people can't use these, you know, respectable tools. Mm-hmm. Maybe, you know, not up to the strength, or you know, not as well as I would be able to use them while I'm playing them.
Right.
And the army went 5-0.
Oh, really?
So you know,
so a little strong there.
And it wasn't like a dominant 5-0. All it seems like I think all the games were close.
Like they were games.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
just a little over. Okay. Did you play against Cleon or Gucci?
I did not.
Okay.
But I like both their armies. I really like Cleon's army.
Do you?
Yeah, it's fun. Gilbert with not just, I guess now, I was about to say not just knights, but now I guess knights, not just knights or frostclaws, but like, you know, substantial other Jandar squads is neat.
Yeah, I like that too.
Both of them have, you know, main melee component, kind of, you know, it's only times 1 Roman Valguard and Me-Burq-Sa and kind of the melee engine on that side, even though 10 can be played like melee for sure. Mm-hmm. And then they have like a range component, you know. What is it? So they're playing reverse.
Yep.
They're playing each other's armies right now.
Yes.
So when we say like Cleon's army, I guess I'll just not even use that type of like language.
It's so
what Cleon's playing.
Yeah.
The Roman army that Cleon's playing right now has like, you know, the melee component and the range component. And it's like the Einar version of it, and then like the GucciiBoost army, or the army GucciiBoost is playing, is like the Jandar version of that with like
Yeah.
So it's interesting. These armies are both similar, it seems like, in that way, so it'll be cool to see how they clash.
Yeah, it's gonna be about because so the melee I think the army GucciiBoost is playing definitely leans more into the melee, right, with the 2 squads of knights, while Cleon only has 1 squad of Romans. So it'll be interesting to see where that kind of balance comes in.
Yep. And I guess a lot more range of types of range attacks in the Einar army. You got the Red Wyrmlings special attack. You got the Me-Burq-Sa bonding hero range attack, and you got the 10th, which can kind of serve as a bread and butter a lot of times in the middle chunk of these reverse type games. So yeah, you got a lot more. It feels like, and the other side also has, what is it? That's actually also 3 army cards with range that will also at some point shoot, but none of them are as. Let's see, none of them across the board are as good as the 3 range units that the Einar army has.
Yes.
So, Einar army's probably looking to, shoot more in this than, happy to maybe go out and fish and shoot and, retreat back and spend as much time exchanging shots as possible. Where the Legionnaires army is looking to close that distance eventually, and sooner rather than later, hopefully. Or at least that's my take on it. It's terrifying commentating because anything I watch could be actually I thought about it more while I was going to sleep, and I take that back.
I take it back. So, start up the stream tomorrow, guys. I gotta rewind everything I said. Oh man, it's okay. No matter what you do. Yesterday I had a game that I was like, oh, this is over for so and so, and then it just totally turned around and huge egg on my face. So
hey, that's exciting. Let's see. Oh wow, I love that the glyphs are labeled like that. Okay, so
yeah, that was a suggestion from the chat. So
that's fantastic. Shout out to chat. Yeah, this viewing experience is great. I love being at the con and going up to my room to go to the bathroom or change armies or something, and literally pulling up the stream on my phone while I'm just walking away into the elevator. Oh no, Cody just stared up at us. Cody's staring up at us.
What's up, Cody?
I'm staring back at him. I'll see if he'll look. I give him a thumb. Shout outs to Man, the Myth, the Legend. Not Matthias Macabithius. Cody Cleon.
Hopefully Ken's not watching.
Yeah. No, hopefully he is. I want him to hear me. Nice.
He's getting a great view of Cody's head here.
Oh yeah, looking very good, Cody. I'm sure he's counting or trolling. Maybe counting. Who knows?
Probably trolling.
Yeah. So it looked like Big Jane or Dispatch of 3?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Moved up some repulsors, getting some knights up with the normal move as well. Nice, just solid little ball of units coming up.
Slow roll this, and
Do you think, let's see, out of the 2 players or out of the 2 armies, do you think one has a distinct edge over the other? I guess not distinct makes it probably sound stronger than it would be.
I mean, they're both in the finals and they've both gotten this far, but
right.
I think the Jan army. That is 2 Knights Gilbert.
Right.
Let's just take a moment to realize that that's 2 Knights Gilbert. That's a fantastic army. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can. Is the rest of the army competent after the 2 Knights Gilbert? Yes. Then that means that army's good, regardless of what the rest of the army is. So honestly, I think the Jan army is stronger. I would prefer it.
Okay.
Actually, how many Red Wyrmlings are there?
There are 4.
There are 4. That's a lot of Red Wyrmlings.
Yeah, it is.
They can chew through those blacks fast.
Yes.
Or not the blacks. They can chew through the knights fast. I don't know. This is close. It's good.
This kind of
Knights always love to see move glyph. I would feel like that's one of their.
Yeah. Oh, if they can get that, they're going to be very happy going into even with Wait Them Fire on the board. It makes it very nice for them. I'm kind of saying I keep going back and forth because Knights and Gilbert is awesome. 2 squads at 10th into Knights and Gilbert is pretty good too.
That's true.
But also the map is pretty good to be able to race into the right. So there's just a lot going on here.
What are order markers? It's 1 on Roman, probably 2 on 10th. It looks like. Interesting. So this army is definitely. The Jane army definitely feels like you should be putting your order markers on Knights and developing Gilbert and rolling everything forward. However, I don't know. I'm trying to look for more situations where it seems like a good call to lead Zetacron or something crazy like that.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
we reveal order markers, and now we're going, and you're playing the Sign Army, you look across, and they have 3 order markers on Zetacron.
Right.
And it's like a 1-2X or something like that, and oh my gosh, I haven't counted it all out, so this map may not work for it. Looks like it maybe doesn't, but like...
Like the first turn Zetacron snipe?
Yeah, if you catch them sleeping and like on order marker 2, can shoot down at Me-Burq-Sa. What an incredible trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Potential trade. Oh my gosh, all your eggs in that one entire roll of 3.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Zetacron.
I love Zetacron because
Yeah.
he tends to work out for me. So I like him, my opponents hate him.
Yeah,
but it works out.
congrats to you.
Thank you.
It doesn't work. I'm
He's-
like,
he's
come
one
on,
of
this is the one, and then nope.
Yeah, no, he's one of the few where he like consistently the swings hit for me that I've got those rose tint glasses where I'm like, yes, he's the best.
Yep.
And I know that's not the case for a lot of other people.
Let's see. Valguard hits really hard. That's a good spot for Valguard. I mean, Cody's a great positional player. He's so good at just making sure he's on the right spot of the map. It's just like, okay, is his can opening hero at a spot that's going to be able to can open? Is Prime going to
Right.
rush in or get to the spot wherever the Giant Army sets up? Yup, because it's Cody, and Cleon's a fantastic player. And then those Romans are just rolling up. What do you think? I probably don't see another order mark. Actually, let's see. Is another order marker going to be on Romans this round? I doubt it.
Yeah, I think it'd be 10th again.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, potentially take some shots, but more likely just kind of develop a little bit more so that if you need to deal with anything next turn, you've got Romans and 10th on the board ready to go.
Is the Giant Army trying to have the first volley of shots they throw at Jandar be from the 10th or from the Red Wyrmlings? I mean, we see the order markers on the 10th, so the answer in this context is the 10th. But as I'm thinking through it, I'm seeing 10th will have, I don't want my 10th to have to chew through Gilbert in the late game. I don't want my 10th to be chewing through, the common squads that are, plentiful in the early game to be hitting. Now, granted, you can't just be putting your Red Wyrmlings up there against a big old wall of Jandar units that the whole other army is coming your way. It's not that simple, but as you were trying to think about not just not the tactics on this map, but the strategies that these two armies should be trying to go at each other, and be employing. I'd be inclined to try to find ways to use those red Wyrmlings early and often.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like that because I think So with Wyrmlings, I feel like I don't use them quite enough to. I guess look for the full optimization. I just kind of go off of gut instinct with them usually. So my gut instinct here was just save them for the late game. They can clean because they do clean up pretty well, right?
Yep.
But I do think you're right. You can use them as kind of more influential pieces here in the early game if you're looking for it.
And try to work backwards a little bit. What looks like it may be the last unit remaining for GucciiBoost, the Giant Army,
right.
Zeta. I don't want my Reds going into Zeta.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Nathan?
What's up?
So this is a game called HeroScape? Battle for all time?
What did
building up.
Ari end up dropping? He was talking about dropping a sniper.
Oh, did they?
Oh, that's right.
I doubt you don't drop it. You don't drop a sniper. No, you drop a repulsor probably, right?
Probably.
You don't drop a knight, and you don't drop a sniper.
I think he dropped a sniper because the way he was talking about his strategy, he just thinks he wants to lead repulsors to just poke, and he values just having the extra when he hold those attacks border marker a little bit. If he doesn't think he's gonna, I don't necessarily agree, but I think it's an interesting line.
Yeah, it's something to throw an idea at. I think that is silly. Not silly. I think it is not the move.
Silly.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's good to throw a thought there. You're
Right,
trying
yeah.
to get creative to win these type of games.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's definitely always worth it to throw out a thought and consider it, and a lot of the time it's going to be no, that's not the move, but at least you've considered it, and kind of what the options are. Because I think the idea of poking with repulsors and trying to bait out stuff I can kind of see the temptation, but I don't think it just does enough in the long term that it's not going to be worth it.
And if you're trying to poke, poke with repulsors. Why not poke with snipers though? Like,
Right, yeah. Or even Zetacron.
To 3 and they sell the same base. He dropped the repulsor.
Drop the repulsor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
But
the safer way.
safer though.
Yeah.
I think you just
Especially
try
in
to.
finals, you don't want to just like, I stopped to figure it's like 33 points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No. If you do that and you win, it's big brain. But like, no, you don't do that.
Right, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
You poke with repulsors to start. After a few little Janдар dispatches and probably getting you some knights up and ready to do a big old counterpunch should Einar come in. But then I feel like you like look for the opportunity to just like, make that switch to snipers where, oh gosh, now this is a hidden shot down. Now this is, you get one shot on someone who is adjacent to a repulsor. Like, with these armies, with these versus whip armies, it doesn't take much before you just like kill enough 10th to where 10th become scary to put order markers on going into any one round.
You wanted to basically, where the repulsors have got the 10th down enough, that your first charge, when the first time the knights come in, after the first exchange, the 10th have lost the text order markers, and you have 8 knights and a really strong hero, and if you're in a bad position, you can lean on Gilbert, and then eventually it just becomes you attack order markers into, 4-man, 4-to-bounce base squad, and you don't have quite the firepower.
Right.
At the end of the day, if Reds kill 2 a turn, you're up against 5 attacks per order marker. There's only so much they can do, even if they get both kills.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And yeah, the 5 attacks per order marker is so big.
Back a dinosaur story. What's going on?
Hero School. They're just building up, it seems like.
Yeah, it's
Not to
going through
underplay.
the first round.
But yeah. That was interesting.
How'd your game go, Dysel?
I played against a Deathwalker, Deathwing army, and Blackguard just kind of crushed that.
Oh, really?
So you're playing the 4 Blackguard?
Yeah.
Yep, one of the armies that was on my
It's
list.
basically I need to check Blackguard off my list.
Sure, they're cool. I like how they let you lose.
There a little bit.
Yeah. I like how they let you, lose initiative round 1, or be likely to, and then hopefully, or lose initiative at some point when you're unengaged, and then hopefully let you set up for an initiative switch at a nice time. Okay.
Let's see, so looks like we've got a turn on the repulsors here.
Ooh.
And he might be taking a hide attack on 210.
Yeah, dude, if repulsors can honestly chew through 10th at a scary rate, at a rate that 10th do not, 2v2s, yeah, let's do those for the Jandar army.
For a 40-point squad? Yeah, why not?
Repulsors?
Yeah, repulsors just being, if they can trade decently into, you can just take out a few at the 10th. You take out
the thing
3
is,
10th.
and they also, both snipers and repulsors, outrange the 10.
Yep.
Right.
Which is not nothing. It's especially not nothing when you're dealing with weight than fire.
As I'm looking at this more and more, I feel like GucciiBoost, I'm going to be impressed if Cleon is able to win. I'm going to be, impressed no matter what happens.
has a good army, but it's super fragile.
It's fragile. It's fragile. It'll take one big weight then fire round, and then it gets all the kills to where the knights can't actually crash in enough, and then another weight then fire round, and then it's just kind of oh yep, this red team's gonna beat this blue team. Rarely is it all the same color, but truly this is red versus blue.
Red team, blue team, yeah.
No relation to the popular web series.
Okay.
Not at all.
Which I stopped watching somewhere around season 13 or something. I don't know.
They had that many seasons?
They got 19. It's ridiculous.
Man.
Hi, Mike.
Do you know what time they started?
About 10-ish minutes ago, or 10, 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yep.
We're just making color commentary, judging every move they make.
Color commentary:
Yep.
red, blue, red, blue, red.
Yep. Those are our colors.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna? I don't know. I think this 9 army, Mike, is.
They're both very interesting builds. I
They're
like
interesting
them a
builds.
lot.
I like them both. Mm-hmm. You have times when Roman and Valguard as your meat besides the 10th in the Einar build.
The Romans are just so fragile.
Yeah.
It's a single squad with 2 bonding heroes.
2 bonding? Oh yeah. Oh, the Me-Burq-Sa. I hadn't even thought about Me-Burq-Sa.
Yeah, it's very fragile, and you only have 4 move Romans.
What's that?
So I mean, to be fair, 4 move knights, but they have Gilbert. So
4 move knights. We'll become 6 move knights maybe at some point in this game.
Well, and the other thing is that
We'll become 9 move knights with the road.
There you go.
well, the other thing is that Gilbert can move the snipers and the repulsors up to like height or something. Which is such a- I'm kind of surprised that Cleon's army made it this far. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't love snipers for reverse the web.
I don't know.
Because,
Swingy.
yeah. The
2 for 2,
the,
4 for 4.
The odds that the deadly shots will happen against you are big enough that I'm like,
Yeah. Yep. Are we seeing some shots here? Okay.
Yeah, we are. So one repulsor, first repulsor killed a 10th.
Okay.
Second one was blocked. I don't think he's got a third attack.
you do want the repulsors to trade decently because those red Wyrmlings are no joke. That's actually one of the less fragile parts of the army, but still, it can definitely do some work. Well, both of these armies, they're good, but they definitely require some piloting skill, both in placement of figures and they both require difficulty in order markers and where to put your figures. You essentially almost have to be thinking like a round or two ahead in both those respects and be like, what is the end game I'm playing for?
Right.
Yep.
That's honestly one of the big things with Reverse the Whip, is that you want to make sure that you know what your end game looks like, and you want to be playing for the most favorable end game. I know there's been Reverse the Whip games. I'm not thinking of any off the top of my head, but I know there's been somewhere I've been like, where I just ignored what was attacking me and went for something in the start zone, because I knew in the end game it was just gonna be an absolute nightmare to murder.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's great to try to work backwards in that way. And I've been playing, I play some chess, and one of the things that chess has made me think about more about Heroes games is making sure that you just play to a winning endgame. Because in chess, endgames are just won or lost based on
I feel
situations.
like both of the games
you just make sure you don't go into those situations if they're won, lost, or draw.
So
in certain times they are that way.
Yeah, William, I know, like, I want to say in the games that I actually think in the games that I played against you at Gen Con, I think those are two of the games where that did happen, where I played for the end game that I wanted and I got it.
At Gen Con?
Yeah, because I know there was
The final or the day 2 top 8.
it was in it was either for day 2 or it was during day 2. I know that it was the year that I ran the 4th times 2 4th Templar that I managed to beat.
If you can't hear, I've been so dejected. Dude, I ran that 4th out of Raylan's Aura. I didn't respect that
not only
Raylan's
did
Aura.
you
Dysel just like, that
well, that's
one's
the
dead.
thing. You led 4th, and I expected you to lead 4th, and I think I led. What'd you have in your army? Because you had dwarves.
I had dwarves. What was the point total that year?
Tandros.
Cody, Cleon might come out with. So they're both kind of slow rolling. He's coming out with.
I
Reds.
forget
As I was
exactly
saying
what
earlier,
I
you're
had,
not going to trade
some version of
amazing.
dwarves.
But
I remember I
how we
killed
talked
a
about
bunch
earlier,
of.
if you can kill
I killed a bunch of 4th,
4
and then
knights,
Yeah, I
3
did that.
knights, and
and
stuff,
then,
and
well,
your
yeah,
first
then it was
volley
Templar
with
and
10,
dwarves, and
start using
that's
your
great
tax
for me.
border
Yeah,
marker.
no,
And then
I got
gotta
it.
say the other
Those
game
tax
that I
border
did it was the
marker
year
against
that
a weight and fire, especially with weaker point totals. It can really be rough, and it's a kind of a tighter map, and there's a lot of range. So if you risk, sometimes getting.
It might have
I guess
been my
just focusing on temp
fighters
right
and
now.
Nikita's
Not really
build.
gonna shoot them if they're just sitting there,
I never
but
played you. And you
Okay.
It does kind of seem
They can
like
beat you with that one though.
they're both kind of sending their 4-man and like
Stupid-
right into each other.
stupid
at the beginning,
five
it looks like, which is
smoke patterns.
yeah, it's kind of like
I
you've
remember
got
that.
so knights are the strong point, 10th are the strong point. Whichever one breaks first will give a big advantage.
That's fair.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it
and
is
I
where
think, and we talked about kind of like the repulsors kind of chip away the 10th first, or it's like the 4th and chip away the 10th, the knights first, or they just kind of both go at each other. But he's got. I'm scared of Valguard. Like the Wyrmlings are not going to be good into like Valguard as much.
Right.
Well, the Wyrmlings aren't fighting Valguard.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Clearly, you're wrong.
That's right. They're going to be terrible to develop.
Yes, attack your own figures. They're not great.
Right,
into,
lose the game.
They're not great into these things.
I don't have McDurk Warriors?
Zeta or Gilbert.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you're right. Like Wyrmling's into like Gilbert. Like if Gilbert's among the knights and is able to go after them. That works out pretty well. Or Zetacron, as William pointed
Honestly,
out
I think would be an interesting play. With Valguard is, I don't know. I honestly feel like even if Valguard gets tied up with a single knight, in a lot of situations I take that disengage. Even with
Valguard leaving?
Oh,
yeah, if you've got like,
even with Coward's Reward.
If you look really closely at Valguard's card, he has disengage. It's just like written into the text where it says 7 life. You're just like, oh wow, it kind of says disengage there.
yeah,
He's got a 50-50 chance of disengaging.
It says I can afford it.
yeah.
Although I do love.
Not bad running into the knights and just
I do
tying
love
some stuff up.
Tying them, yeah.
You don't want to. Knights don't want to.
And I mean, Valguard does the thing where if you move to a different guy, he gets 5 attack. So I mean, leaving engagements with Valguard are wonderful because you want to be leaving engagements in order to be running the next guy to be hitting him with 5.
I'm saying as a tie-up.
Well, I mean, and honestly, 2v4 is gonna hit more often than you think.
24% chance or something like that.
Nope.
I mean, that feels right. But that's still 1 out of every 4 attacks.
Yeah.
That's still not terrible.
It's just the power of throwing dice. It's,
Yeah.
It's why grenades are good. It's like
That's why
you roll defense dice. It's why
we got attacks. We got attacks.
9 times.
Oh yeah.
Repulsor's
dead. We got a repulsor dead.
Repulsor down. Repulsor down.
Joins that one.
So the line that the Jandarmy needs to stay, the Red Wyrmlings threaten the line of tiles that is directly, that is the Marvel Rune is sitting on. The back half of the Marvel Rune is the line of tiles that Jandar units cannot be on without being within threat range of Red Wyrmling. So as you can see, the Jandarmy's developed right along that that line right along there. Mm-hmm. And
he's got no order markers now.
I know he doesn't have order markers, but he's thinking about it. It's a new round coming up.
I think the big threat is the wait and fire.
Yeah, it is a bigger threat, but like.
But that could be kind of like a 1-2 punch, I think. Like if initiative comes around and you want to go like order marker 1 on Wyrmlings, try to bait in some knights or something like that, and then wait them fire into that.
Well, and melee defense into knights is not a joke.
No. Right, yeah. Thrasher said earlier, just to get that comment that came out a little while ago, Cleon's army seems pretty difficult to pilot, and the innate swinginess of Deadly Shot provides some leeway. I'm not surprised that he did this well.
So, my thought process is this. Cody is good.
Cody's very good.
Cody is very good. I am not surprised that he made it this far. This army... The snipers are one of those units that I feel like he just probably hasn't had too many bad rolls against him, or when it did happen, it didn't affect the game. I would just be too worried about Deadly Shot. I would just be way too worried about Deadly Shot.
I don't think it's. I mean, it is obviously all these armies are, especially compared to lots of the common top tier armies, but. You have a lot of flexibility with Jandar Dispatch. It's a large decision space, so optimizing that is difficult.
Yeah.
But being able to put up repulsors, snipers, being able to develop snipers on heights that are just massively menacing, even if you only have an X on them, just never putting an order marker on them and being such a strong landing thing is
For me,
invaluable.
it's more this.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised even that Cody made top cut. I think I'm a little bit more surprised that he made finals with that, because that means he went through some good players that should know how to pilot that well. So it's more that's gonna be it. It's like
He beat Hawaiian Grizzly. He gave Hawaiian Grizzly his army, and
it's Nubians. Who knows?
No, it's not a Nubians.
They're Aubrians.
Yeah, Aubrey. Yeah, so and then Cody played Aubrey Archers
that's
times
cool.
3, Kenteligwen, Warriors of Ashran, Akalar. So Cody may have been rolling hot.
His frenzy,
Aubrey
that
and
was my
remember,
one loss
I'd always be nervous to bring
that's
Aubrey
my
in.
one loss pre-cut, and I lost Cleon, Raylan, and Tune for my first turn.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like Aubrians are even more risky to me than honestly, there's an argument that Nikitas are too risky for
too much D20. I don't want my.
There is an argument there.
And then Cody beat Trustkeeper in round 2, where he gave his opponent this army.
But you do have large uniques to counter that, or special attacks.
It's
stuff around, not pure D20.
Yeah.
Aubrians are pure D20.
Oh, then Cleon beats your hero
That's why
state.
Nikitas, I'm like,
Oh, really?
And, like,
He
they're
gave
like on that case
Sir
where like, I
Heroescape,
can see the argument. I don't know the argument is correct.
Jeremy, do you remember what Sir H was playing?
You better know why you're putting them in this army.
Yeah, you give away your army on even rounds to call stuff. Or no, wait.
Agreed.
Well, let's see what Sir Heroescape played.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Thrasher also pointing out that Cleon beat Doc twice. Clearly his army does something right. Which I think we're saying, like, the army seems strong.
The army,
right?
yeah,
It's beating the army that seems
I think
part.
really what
I mean, it has high peaks in terms of knowing how to threaten past, like, through Jandar's dispatch and Winda, and there's a huge opportunity cost of moving up those repulsors, moving up those snipers, because you're not getting the night development, and then knowing when to put the repulsor into engagement because you're following them with snipers, and that's something that you're not necessarily in those positions. You have to build that with Jandar's dispatch, and there's some variance in knowing when to kind of calculate that out and thinking, is it actually...
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he beat Adam twice, but, I mean, I do think his army is pretty decent into Adam's. There's nothing that the dwarves can really, like, go for super hard.
Were they on the same side of the matchup? Like, did Cody have his army on the same side?
I know when we were watching it on stream earlier, Adam had his army.
They were playing their own armies the first time, and then last round they also would have been playing their own armies. So yeah, both times playing their own army.
I do think this army is better into Adam's army just because of the number of potential it can throw. Adam can do some things with Wyrmlings, dwarves aren't a slouch either. But I do think there's just a few more things that, in general, I'd expect us to go Cody's way.
Yeah.
And two dwarves there.
And again, like I said, Cody's a very good player. I think snipers are a risky play here, but I do think that you sometimes take risks and they work out for you. I mean, we'll see if Ari beats him or not, but it's very easy to. It's very easy to sit here and be like, well, what you should have done was do that. Right. It's a lot harder to do that.
That's why I'm over here.
It's harder to do that in the game. Like, I mean, you can definitely do it sometimes where you're like, oh, I should have done this thing. I definitely had that moment, but it's a lot easier.
Are these waiting first? Yeah.
When you're watching and you're like, oh, yes, no, you should have done this.
We're at the point in the game where the game speeds up because the positioning's been done by the 10th, and now it's just like, now shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. Decide to not get 10 height, and then shoot.
Has he lost 1/10? We talked a lot about Cody's army. I think Ari's army, you have Romans with no Raylan, just one squad, and you don't even give them Raylan or Marcus Steps with Scalas, and two bonding options.
It's very fragile. It's very fragile.
But with Valguard and stuff like that, can
you
go
have to
a
make sure
long way.
Valguard is the bodyguard of the Romans, keeping those attacks forward markers. So
Me-Burq-Sa can also do some shenanigans.
yes, eventually, yeah.
No, this is not the Romans are there for order marker flexibility and for a wall if they want to crash in to Me-Burq-Sa and stuff.
I think of the two, I think Ari's army is more. How do I put this? Ari's army is probably less variancy.
And Ari's army is
worse.
Is the Einar build.
Yes.
Yep.
Ari's army is less variancy but worse than Cody's.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
they're both very good, piloted by very good players. I'm not surprised either of them is in the finals. These are definitely armies that are probably a little less stable than I was expecting, but that kind of makes some sense.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, Chris's like order marker hell armies that he's made most of the time. I think he didn't do that this year, which is fun.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He did he apparently did a build very close to one. That
he did what he did last year basically, but just swapped out Romans for two Blade Gruts, two Death Chasers, Me-Burq-Sa, and Nikita's Nirak, Raylan.
Yeah, he said he adjusted it slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did tell the Maryland crew what they need to do if they want me to play and reverse the whip next year. I said, make me hate the events happening during the day, then I'll bring some weird reverse the whip crap. So, no, I
reverse
honestly,
the whip and a format where figures have no special powers.
Basic
sounds awful,
basic
right?
side game. Flip over them cards.
The base side game.
Yeah.
Then Dice will play reverse the whip.
Like I said, I actually, it's one of those things where I like Reverse the Whip games. I like building for Reverse the Whip. I just have structural issues with the format. It's really annoying, and it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how to change the format to get rid of those issues while still keeping the stuff that I like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Other than like saying, hey guys, play these cool armies.
it can be annoying to get that bad matchups or someone
I don't
else
even necessarily mind-
overestimated the meta, and then you kind
I-
of get stuck on the unwinnable side of a matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand those complaints.
I think really is, I think what I would hope, I don't know, it's one of those things where it does feel like one of those formats that you really need to have a better like kind of a closed meta where people kind of roughly know what to do.
And that's why we don't see Reverse of the Whip metas popping up, here, there, and yonder. That's why
we did see some in Utah.
We did, but like, what I value and what I think about when I think about Reverse the Whip is the people who are here within, what is this, like 30 yards of me, and what our brains have been bringing together for the past, decade, and what has played into that. Because I feel like there's a predictability that comes with that.
I did love how, I think it was Adam at one point said, one of the things about Reverse the Whip is it basically says, hi, you remember everything that you learn about army building through, all of your stuff? Now throw all of that out. We're about to do some other stuff. Because it's very true that a lot of times some of the better armies are these things like, 1x of a common squad, got multiple places for order markers. It's not fully optimized or anything like that.
No, yeah, you don't want to, and if you are curious how this happened, it didn't just happen, it got drove down over the years. The first time Reverse the Whip happened, what was the first army? Doc 1 with Nagrubs, Torkolna, Raylan, and Krav. That's that is not competing at cheese. We won't see that in cheese tomorrow because point totals doesn't work out, and because Torkolna isn't quite there for cheese. But he's underneath that cheese point in a way that
a B plus, A minus.
So therefore, the first year when it was like, hey, now it's not bring the best army, you have to actually beat it. It went down a little bit, and then you can literally go back. These threads exist. What happened the year after that? It went down a little bit. Okay, what happened? And we just have watched it get driven down. What has happened since? The past 2 years where it's been not a 6-round tournament, but a 5-round tournament where you only have to beat it once, you can win with it 3 times, beat it once, is the meta started to creep back up because it was just being driven down. The lowest it ever was in 2021. 2022 came back up a little bit, and now it's been rising up the past little bit.
Yeah.
I
will say one of the annoying things is that it's getting harder for me to be like, okay, what garbage unit can I bring today?
Yeah, you're just like, what good units do I have to bring to enable a garbage unit?
Essentially, yes.
Like, hey, I'm gonna have Q9 be the bodyguard of my.
I don't like Q9 for versus.
No, I'm totally joking for Q9. Except I'm not, because if I have people who like Q9, I've told them try to bring Q9 and 1 squad of rats to Reverse of the Whip, and see if you can or bring just Q9. Is that too good? I don't know. Okay, imagine Q9 in this finals. Imagine Q9 in this finals. Q9 1 squad of rats. I don't think you would either. Yeah. So if you love Q9, you're a Q9 fanboy, and there are a lot of those out there, Doc. Just bring it and then play a ton light. It's hilarious. And I think a few people have done that the past few years, and where you just play light. But I know Mega Silver had an army last year, 2 years ago. Where
I think it was Escape 1-1. Or I think he did Escape on 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, so Mega Silver was doing that. Matthias did the whole, Oh, it's Johnny Frisbee, by the way. Hi, William. Hi, Johnny Frisbee in the chat. What up? But Matthias did the whole, bring Axe Grinders, Derek, and Hadamata Taro. And Hadamata Taro's just like, points that you're sitting, LOL, not sitting, LOL, sitting.
Tanner did, I want to say 1 Gen Con, he did Spiders, Estavara, 2 Averns, and Ratchet to Bogdan.
Yeah, Ratchets.
He was basically playing 50 point center, just like, screw it, I also have Ratchets.
Yep.
I think, because the last year that I did Reverse the Whip, I had Quasatch and Harkabus.
Yeah. And
Raylan, because I pretty much, seriously, the way to build a Dice Reverse the Whip army is put Raylan in it,
and then
figure out what garbage unit you want to play, figure out what that garbage unit is bad at, or what the other garbage unit is good at. Get other things that cover those weaknesses, See what you can fill out with the rest of it. Call it good.
Yep. Dice armies are just Braylon and 2 buttons. One's a melee button and one's a range button.
Not always.
And one's a thing that I'm like, oh, I didn't expect to see quad slash. That's cool. And one's a thing that's the other thing. And they do their things.
I do think the year that I brought Roman Archers is probably my favorite reverse the whip build I've made.
Is that?
Oh, yeah?
No.
It was the Dividers ×2 Nikita's Roman Archers build
that was such a sick build.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites that I've ever made.
Yeah, and then Nathan smoke powdered like a million times while I was in a different day 2 game, and I just
He
remember
smoke powdered like 5 times, and I had like 7 people. He burned through like 4 Mezzo or Exos during that time. It was.
I'm sorry, Dicel, you're right. You know, but Nathan's my cousin, and I was playing in my top 8 games, and I just saw the crowd pop off time and time again, and they'd be like, another smoke powder, and then I just saw that happen like for like 10 minutes, and then Dicel lost and Nathan won.
It was.
Oh man, that's awful.
Well, like I said, I was saying this at dinner. Like 2015 Gen Con, 2016 Gen Con, 2017 Gen Con, 2018 Gen Con, 2019 Gen Con, ScapeCon 1, ScapeCon 2, Scape Summit 1. All events that I have made the top cut and then lost before I got to the semis. I don't know if that is a great achievement or a bad achievement.
I mean, man.
So, how many 10th are left at the moment?
So there's 2 on the card. I see 5 on the board. I'm trying to find the 6th one, but I can't quite see that. But they have picked apart the repulsors pretty well. So now GucciiBoost is needing to go with knights and push it into
Yeah, the Knights are in there. And we're coming up on an initiative switch opportunity for the Jan army. Oh, wait, no, we're not. No, my bad. No, for the Einar army.
Honestly, I think there's a very real argument to trying to engage a bunch of 10th with Gilbert.
Yeah. Eventually you switch off Gilbert being like the thing you value a bunch, and then you go, what do I value a bunch? The ability to attack 4 times the order marker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or 3 times the order marker, or 2 times the order, just whittles down, and you're like, I don't actually kill it. Like, my 2-life Gilbert, what's he throwing? 3 dice?
I mean,
what are my knights throwing? 3 dice, so I care about them kind of the same.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all about figuring out what the end game looks like. I know it's different from Reverse the Whip, but I played a reverse draft game against
Different but similar.
Veggie's dad earlier today, where it was knights versus basically Ebon armor and a bunch of like unique squad figures, and I sent a bunch of Kazuki to kill Gilbert, so that way he'd have just 3 attack knights into my Azumi samurai. So, you know.
Yep.
Gotta be a little careful though. The army needs Gilbert, but getting 10th under a squad ASAP is top priority. Yeah,
See,
I can see that.
You gotta prioritize getting...
I think the army does like having Gilbert, but I think because you have the range advantage with the snipers, I think you can afford to take some hits on Gilbert.
You need to start killing some reds though. You can't go into it in game.
Yeah, so like priority reds, but then also the more you can save Gilbert to help develop some stuff up in the background as well. That's icing on the cake, but definitely the meat is getting reds.
How many? Snipers isn't really a range advantage. Yeah, but
but like,
especially if
what I'm saying is, if you remove the 10th from the equation or drop them down to the point where they're like 2 of them, then they are, or because then it's basically them and Me-Burq-Sa.
But I'm scared about the red Wyrmlings coming in.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
the
red Wyrmlings
snipers.
are scary.
What I would want to do is right now, as the Knight Army, you try to continue this push to where you really hit the 10th and get them to, there are 3 of them left or there are 2 of them left. And then you're okay, not necessarily running past them because I don't want to run down and let the 10ths get eventual attacks down or Me-Burq-Sa get eventual attacks down on my Knights on level 1 in my opponent's start zone. But eventually you want to, you need to just whittle down those reds so that when you do start switching to how many repulsors are there left? But just like when you go into the end game where you're starting to shoot with those range things, range JNR units that are still in the back of that start zone, there aren't enough reds to hit you and keep hitting you until you're not there anymore.
Yeah, you just need to get rid of that action economy.
Yep. What I would love if I was this Jandar army is having honestly 2 snipers left and they have all 4 Romans left and you're like, this is okay.
That'd be lovely.
Honestly, I say this. I think there's honestly, I don't know who plays first or anything, but I think there's a universe where Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like that's what we were saying, Johnny. That you kind of want to have this Gilbert. I think I just run Gilbert in and try and engage a couple things. I will say for the red Wyrmlings, I think honestly, once I think he's going to move over to red Wyrmlings, I'd probably grab Zetacron and start just pinging red Wyrmlings with Zetacron.
Yep. Yeah, Zetacron. Yeah. I feel like
There's
Zetacron.
still a lot of knights in
Yeah.
the. Depends on how he develops the knights.
Oh, is there a bunch of knights still in the
Yeah, there's
start
still
zone?
4.
They're
well,
still
not
back
in the
there.
start zone, but they're just right outside.
Yeah,
There's 4
yeah.
there.
You
and
gotta
there's
catch
still
them
2
up.
in the middle.
Okay, so and I mean,
Or
the
3.
Knights are on their 3rd order marker right now, and then we're gonna have the the chance of the initiative switch. So potentially huge moment coming up.
Oh yeah, if you can get that.
Oh, I might need to head out. They might be doing another round.
Okay.
I'll wait and see. Yeah, looks like they're about to do that. Cool. I'll come back and see what's going on when
Yeah.
I very well might finish faster than these people, so
I think the old man event is a cool one. The wandering monster event.
Yeah.
The wandering.
Yeah. Well,
monster.
I'm in VCs.
Yeah, I know. But like
The concept is really cool.
The concept's really cool. There's like a big hero
So-
that spawns in the middle of the board on round
You
2,
ever
and
played
then you can
Chaos
place
in
an
the-
order marker on it.
You ever played Chaos in the Catacombs?
Oh, I think I've heard. No, I don't.
It's a fun little scenario thing
Yeah.
that has the same wandering monster concept, and you can put multiple order markers on something. I did that in a game when I was playing against Doc, Kevin, and someone else. Asher, also Unleashed. And I used Sudema to Stare of Stone Adam right before he was about to win the game.
Sounds about right.
And then a little bit later, I think it was Noah, came up and was like, "Dad, are you going to win?" He's like, "No, because Sam is a luck sack." He says I tell that story too much. It's okay.
Yep. Knights are scooting forward. Did we see the dispatch? Oh yeah, looks like there are 12 dice in that black
Yeah.
dice bowl. Looks like there's one or
A couple
two
symbols.
Yeah.
So, and let's see. Still 5/10 on the board though. The Knights crashed in, but they didn't do anything there.
Yeah. One of it's kind of funny how it feels like after different ScapeCons or different Gen Cons, you remember it as I don't know. Last year was like the year of memory. We saw a ton of memories. I felt like.
Oh yeah.
And people were talking about that, and then people have been talking about this year, and it's not the same thing, but this year has been the year of big Jandar dispatches. I've
Really?
been sitting there, and
Interesting.
I've seen people like next to me be like 5, and like Noah I think got a 7, and like
cow.
I said this is someone else, another person was like I got a 5 also. So it's not quite the same. Other people I feel like remember, or like last year there were a lot of memories, but like I don't know. This year feels
It's
like there are
just
a lot of
Jandar.
Jandar dispatches.
Interesting. So those bears coming in and just
That's
revitalizing
true.
the scene there.
That's true.
Were there, since you were playing in it, and I haven't really looked through all the armies yet, were there
Yeah.
a lot of AOA units throughout?
There were a good amount of
Rivers
AOA units. There were
Yeah.
a good amount. There's just a great advantage to be able to hand over the AOA
Yeah,
units
right.
to someone who hasn't prepared for them. There was one army that was, I think Dunid. No, it was the failed negotiations event where Dunedain went like all the AOA units and did very well. But I think there was someone who played, primarily AOA units and did well. But there are a lot of, Knaves, Cleon. I know Nathan, in fact, saw
Yeah,
was
he was
talking to us
running
earlier. He was
those.
running that. And then didn't see any Awashias actually. Now that I think about it, for some reason I was feeling like in my brain I was like there are gonna be like 4 or 5 or 6 people who are just like I love Awashia and played him like her a lot. So I'm playing that reversal with Lovatek.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, there's Lovatek.
says,
Good amount of
Awashia-
Drakes, Frostclaws, Awashias, Fire Dudes. Yep.
Raylan AOA.
Yep.
Yeah, we had Raylan last round.
I call him a Ray OA.
Ray OA. Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to be borrowing that for
Yeah,
sure.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I know, because Vidar, I know, first round we watched the game, Vidar was running basically the same Jandar army, except without knights and bears instead.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he had bears, and then, he also, instead of Zeta, he had Raylan. So that kind of seemed pretty strong there. But
I still can't believe GucciiBoost Leroy drinking strats last round paid off.
oh yeah, did you see that?
I did not.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
Running in there?
So basically, both of them. So let's see.
Gucci was playing.
So it was Gucci and Johnny. Yeah. So Johnny was playing. Thericus and Marcus, and just like zipped that across the board to just block off this part of the start zone there. Meanwhile, GucciiBoost took Valguard and Romans.
Yeah.
Ran them into the other start zone just to like start beating on stuff there. It was insane.
Interesting. Man, Fearscape's crazy. Can I tell you my hot take for AoE units?
Yeah, I'll hear it.
I may have to run this back. May not put it out there into the ether. And
That's okay. That's okay. I've had some hot takes
Frost
already.
Claws aren't nothing. I don't think Frost Claws are that impressive.
Really?
No, they're not. I mean, like,
Oh,
for
that
one
is a
thing,
pretty hot take.
for one thing, what do they do that we don't already have? And like, granted, I know that like this is maybe a boring take, but like, they don't do anything fresh. They don't do anything different. Like, yes, they're a squad with 2 lives, but like, so what? And like, they're just act very similar to knights on the board. Like when you're playing them,
That's true.
I feel like you can have more faith in sending them to like, you know, it's just not strength in numbers. It's just strength in quality. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Frost Claws haven't done much for me. Exiles, on the other hand, are a fantastic unit.
Really?
Exiles are a better unit than Frost Claws.
Okay.
That's my hot take.
Nice, I like
That
it.
is the thesis.
You've heard it here first, folks. Exile's better than Frost Claws. Let's see, sorry. Exiles are the ones with the black powder, right?
Yep.
Okay. I do
Black powder,
like how...
disengage.
I haven't played any of them, but
Uh-huh.
I do like the concept of that card, I guess. Like, looking at it, that seems like more of a card that I would enjoy playing for sure.
They're a ton of fun. I've enjoyed them a ton. I played them in 3-headed Hydra and then in the Take 2 event, and loved it. You know, Stealthy 13. You know, roll defense against, you know, when rolling... Or when you get targeted from a range attack, normal or special, and a skull is roll 13 or higher, you get to disappear. You can't. Oh, Sidetail,
Right,
that is
so
a
nice.
take. Oh, I love it. And this is what, I may have to roll it back. I don't know. I'm living in the moment right now, though.
You're gonna have to play Exiles into Frost Claws and see how it goes.
No, but that's not.
Yeah, no, that's but I can see where
When
you're
you
coming
look at
from.
the-
Like Frost Claws, and if you compare like this, Frost Claws versus Knights of Weston times 2, it is similar, right?
I've
You're
been
doing a
thinking-
lot of similar things there.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about just like not only how good are units, but like it's the whole. Why aren't Sacred Man played? Are Sacred Man bad? Not necessarily, but Romans exist. If you're going to spend 50 points on moving in that direction, why move in the Sacred Man direction and not the Roman direction?
Right, yeah.
So that's kind of a little bit of direction. I like the value over a replacement unit for Frost Claws does not, to me, seem like what the value over a replacement unit that Exiles has. But I don't know. I'm also just riding this Exile high because, like I said, I loved them in these 2 tournaments that I played, and they did quite well for me. So
Yeah, no, they are a very cool card.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess
So who won so the initiative switch did not go the way of the Jandar army. The Knights weren't able to crash in with the initiative switch.
Oh, interesting, but we've got Order Marker 1 on Romans. I guess he was hedging his bets against losing some 10th there. Well, actually, where is 10th? Sorry, I'm going to look at this one because I can see a little bit better here. Oh, his 10th are all... Well, he's got 2 10th further up, and then the other 2 are... One's still in the start zone,
Yeah.
and then one's in the shadow there, so I guess he wouldn't have had great shots.
And I guess to kind of put a cap on that, because someone said Frost Claws play better with Viking champions than times 2 Knights do, which matters in a lot of formats. Yes, I think Frost Claws will be much more resilient when it comes to the spread of formats that we put HeroScape units through. There are going to be a lot of units like Singleton or whatever where Frost Claws get played a lot and are a dominant force in the meta. But if we're looking, for me, I feel like I've tried to put a lot of thought this past year into my tier list or my unit rankings or whatnot.
Right.
If we are focusing the majority of that ranking on how they kind of perform in a cheese environment, which is kind of my mindset when ranking units, although I do care about how malleable the unit is across formats. More so in a cheese perspective, though, I'll take Exiles right over Frost Claws, at least right now for me.
Yeah,
and this is my take, don't hate on me too much, but I'll roll it back in a year. I'll show up and hop on stream and say I'll roll it back, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Okay, so let's see what these attacks are. And oh wait, no, one's on Romans.
Yeah.
So yep, scooting forward. Where's Valguard?
So Valguard just ran up by that tree.
Cool.
He killed a knight there. And then Romans, just one Roman moved up to take an attack, and then the other three swinging around onto the road.
That's interesting. Are you gonna push Romans and go?
Yeah, he's got one more order marker on him, so he might be doing another turn with them.
I mean, I'm trying to figure that sort of thing out. I think about like how vulnerable is the spot that they're in right now. If my opponent left them in a vulnerable spot, I tend to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, well, then my opponent probably has the next order marker on them, and they're getting them to a safer spot on the map. And it looks like Valguard's perched in a nice spot, so I don't know.
Right,
It's
yeah.
interesting to run the one Roman up and attack, and then bring the other three back and form that little triangle.
It'll probably make him a little bit nervous about another round of Wait Them Fire, maybe? Well, but not all the 10s are in great positions for it, but maybe he goes out of his way to try to get 10th.
Maybe you want to secure that middle part of the map. I know it's not a bridge, but right there by the water where all the Romans are, so that when the game transitions into a hey, now red Wyrmlings are bouncing around and shooting, that's a clump of figures in the middle of the board that can be turned into a wall.
Right.
No matter, like, oh, now my opponent's threatening from that direction. Well, I'll run on this side of the clump of figures and use them as a wall there. Whereas if it's not as formidable of a clump of figures, sometimes I feel like it can't be as flexible of a wall. And I don't know if that's the move, but those are the thoughts that I'd be having, or that I am having right now.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I agree. I think that's...
Because, red Wyrmling order markers have to be coming, maybe not this round, maybe that's the X on the red Wyrmling order marker, but I have to think that next round there has to be...
soon enough, yeah, there's going to be
maybe
a
not.
pretty
I don't
decent
know,
transition coming up at some point.
Yep. And that's kind of assuming these knights, hit these 10th and, kill them at a decent rate.
Right.
Me-Burq-Sa is still just hanging out. Is this a map where Me-Burq-Sa can get on glyph turn 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No?
Let's see.
You cannot. So interesting. Super interesting. This is one of those maps where Me-Burq-Sa can get on glyph turn 1 on one side of the map, but not the other side of the map. So Me-Burq-Sa could get to the move and
it's where the lower ground is.
Yep. Matthias versus ISB3, top 8, 2013. Matthias, my cousin Matthew not being able to put his Wyvern on move glyph turn 1. He could have gotten it there, and he didn't get it there because he didn't realize that he could get it on move glyph turn 1.
Oh, really?
And I watched the game end, and Matthias told Matthew right afterwards, he's like, you could have gotten your Wyvern on move glyph turn 1. It was Elsenwine Plateau. And Matthew was like, oh no, and Matthias was like, oh yeah, turn 1 when you didn't do that, Matthias was like, I knew I had the game, and it was it was a good moment. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Are there only 3 knights left on the board? I think some might have died while I glanced away or something, because there was a good chunk, unless they're hiding behind a ruin.
Tucked behind the ruin. I feel like taking a peek IRL.
Okay. William will be right back with that for us, because I'm really curious about where those knights went to. So, Gilbert is hiding behind a wall. Oh, there's one knight. Okay, so there are at least 4 remaining. And then we're getting an attack on Valguard, and 2 attacks on, an attack on a 10th. That forward Roman already was killed. Got another attack into a Roman here. So you moved 1, is it 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
This one's like Movelith. You can't say it didn't come into play because, I mean, they were playing around it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, like, you know, Movelith hasn't been stepped on at all. Or D20, or the other glyph.
Right.
You know, sometimes Movelith can be the story of the match. Forceful gameplays.
Sorry. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, welcome in, Doc.
I was just watching from over there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
looks of it is that Cleon has things in a pretty good position.
Yeah. Interesting. So wait, full life Valguard still? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
stupid Zetacron. I'd be so scared still though.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it is I mean I played against this Cleon build twice and he beat me both times. Mm-hmm. The second one he just got a massive like just dispatch and just overwhelmed with the knights. But the first one, the first one went deep. Like I had a couple chances to kill snipers at the end, but the back squad of snipers, if you don't get their first shots on them, and they get some hits, they can really build momentum quickly. So you have to be careful against this build. It's really not over till it's over. I remember there was a point where it looked like I had it won, and I said to him, "This game's not over." And he was like, "Yeah, it's not over." He knew. He knew what those snipers could do, and he was right. He ended up coming back on me, and that's the only reason he made top cut, because that was a game I was 4-0, he was 3-1, and that was the game where I was.
You try to keep him out.
I was trying to keep him
Trying to keep him out of the Cool Kids Club.
but he took it. So and now here he is in a pretty dominant position, I'd say.
What do you do with Valguard here? I mean, Knights they get to roll 2 for the disengage. I feel like you just stay, right?
But he's still full life. I think he's got a couple.
This game is not point adjustments.
That's his only remaining warlord, right?
He has Me-Burq-Sa.
He's got
If
Me-Burq-Sa
he
on your
goes
back.
Me-Burq, then I would honestly, I would just let Valguard tank and shoot with Me-Burq-Sa. It's not like Me-Burq-Sa OMs are bad.
Right. Yeah.
So I would just keep them Me-Burq-Sa
Adam,
going.
respond to Saitel. Time sensitive. Okay, Saitel, I did it. I saw time sensitive and I interrupted it because it was time
Yeah,
sensitive.
all right. I'm gonna go talk to Donald.
I'll get so called out. You're like, oh, he's not replying to me. Oh, I hear him on stream right now. Get wrecked.
Sorry. I also Saitel told me earlier to tell Adam to talk to him, and then I stepped away and I forgot.
But someone asked, is this with the Renegade point adjustments? No, those came out like 3 weeks before ScapeCon, and that was kind of crazy.
They're not as good as Delta either.
No, not as good as Delta either, but we were just kind of like, or Mike, I can't say we, I guess, but Mike was like, nah, that's like, no time to prep, and we have already been
throw
preparing.
off
And
everybody's armies.
so, no, we're good. We are good. So, yeah, still just classic points. This is Reversal Whip, so that's one thing that helps it, stay not, super cheesy, not super just like all the strongest units. You have to play against the armies that and the units that you bring.
Yeah. Skywell asking, did you end up asking Doc about Admiral?
This is Major Q23. Let's go.
Major Q23 is here, and I did not end up asking Doc about Admiral. That's the first time that I talked to him since I brought up this stuff about Admiral earlier. So
what about Admiral? Just like
Admiral, I was ripping on some AOA units because I think Boarding Party Special Attack is a stupid attack name. I like the power, but it's a dumb attack name.
So their naming is not on, like, it's not, some of the names, I'll say it, Night Irene, worst name in HeroScape. Like, they're not Night Irene.
It was something cool originally.
It was something better, but, like, I don't know, they're not good at naming stuff, it feels like right now.
Or
they're on
like
a cold
also
streak.
like black powder on these like aliens with these sci-fi weapons.
That's true, I hadn't really thought about that.
Like, I love the power. I think the power is so cool.
Yeah.
But the name black powder on these sci-fi, I'm like,
Black powder. I hadn't really thought about that. It's like they're super futuristic in a way, but it's also, but I don't know, it's a futuristic warscape. I don't know.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, maybe it's futuristic black powder. I don't know. Like, again, I love the card. Like, I love the exiles, right? They're such a cool card. I just think it's dumb that they've got this. Call it like, I don't know, plasma charge or something like that.
They have a plasma sword, but a black powder pistol.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, plasma
exactly.
sword. Yeah. Let's invest our resources into like short range weaponry.
Yeah. Or like, is it Bonnie who's also got the black powder?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she's a historical pirate. This could be cool. But then she's obviously got like this sci-fi armor and mask on. I'm like, okay, you lost me. You had a chance. You lost me. So
What the name of that? I gotta remember what the name of that bear was.
the one that's now Irene. It was Oberon.
Oberon. Yeah, it's Oberon. The Knight Primus Oberon, or was that the other one?
I think Primus is the like
Death Chasers?
Adelburn. Yeah, the Death Chasers one.
With Chomp, basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, well, is that thing gonna bond with Death Chasers?
It did when they first revealed it.
Oh my goodness.
There's a chance they change it, but I doubt it.
I love Death Chasers.
I hope not.
Wow, that'd be
Chomp and
crazy.
Me-Burq-Sa? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chomp with Me-Burq-Sa. Jeez.
I didn't think TS meant that he made a design similar to what Doc would do. And we love Q23.
Woo!
Every guest you have on makes me wish even more that I could make it this year.
When we were on, when I had my championships against Chris, everyone was commenting Q23.
What? That's sick.
Yeah,
That's so much fun.
And Sky will. Hope you can make it in the future.
Yeah, man.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I want everyone out here. We need more cons. We need more tournaments.
I just
Run
told Johnny
tournaments.
and Ben that we need to do Mars Con for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And just like you guys were talking about.
We need to. Heroes Give Me Zappin'. There's a market for it. People will drive. I'll drive. I flew here. Missed my first ever flight. First time I've ever missed a flight on my way here. Whoops. Whatever.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, no.
We live and we learn. We don't underestimate airports anymore. Like, I can do it in like an hour and a half. No.
Flying out of Charlotte, right?
I flew out of Raleigh.
Raleigh.
First time I've flown out of Raleigh, and it took longer than I was hoping.
Yeah.
It was like expecting it to be like a small, quick airport, like the other ones that I've been to in the area. Nope. It was a big but not convenient airport. You had to walk everywhere. It had grown, but not like they hadn't like put in monorails
Not
everywhere. Like they're like, yeah, you got to walk 10 minutes that way. I was like, yo, got to walk that way fast. And then what do you know? You missed it.
Yeesh.
Okay. Yeah, lots of discussion on the Admiral. Interesting. He's an interesting unit. He's better than I was expecting. I mean, like I said, what was it? Dunedain did really well in the failed negotiations format with like Admiral and Pirates and whatnot.
Yeah,
You
like,
throw more Borkna out there.
Really, it's Pirates. I love the playstyle of Pirates. In
Yeah.
theory, I haven't actually tried them yet, but like I love the playstyle of them. It's just the names that drive me crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hate this name, but I'll totally play them for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It's also that they're uniques. But I would have loved to have played them with my Templar ×4 Cyber build, but I got paired in Trons. Who ended up winning field negotiations?
Veggie's playing in the finals against the Ashigaru build right now.
I'm
Oh, nice.
He beat me. Oh, the Ashigaru build. Man.
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Nah. I forget who's playing the Ashigaru build. That's a.
I don't know that guy's name.
No, I'm cheering for them. Veggie has enough prize dice. Yeah, Tri-Motor.
He doesn't even need to win a championship because or make top 4. He's just gonna make it through the wild. He's gonna steal the wild
Yeah,
card.
I mean, it adds up. If you're just like, yeah, you don't qualify, but you do solid and everything across the board for the whole weekend, you're just like, yeah. Well, you know, I got in the wild card.
I told you I missed, so I didn't know it at the time. That me and Veggie.
I know,
Yeah,
Cody.
I know,
Guess
it's
who
one
was
down
also
now.
right there? 15-13, ya boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
you had
brutal.
the same record last year.
It's not like I lost my last round when it mattered for me and didn't matter for Evan. And, you know, dang it. Speaking of, why isn't Evan here?
Yeah.
Where's Evan? I haven't thought about that. I need advantage in my life at this time right now.
He knocked me out of top cut of Rule of 12 last year by 6 points.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man.
Rule 12, was that the, that was Delta Rule?
Delta Rule 12.
What'd you play last year in that event?
I love Romans, so 3 Romans, Airborne, Me-Burq-Sa, Marcus.
Okay.
And I got mirror matched against Sam Frost, and then I won out after that, went 3-1, and then I got matched into Evan on Origin, and I had a bunch of airborne shots down on Grimnack, and I missed a bunch, and then it went down to points, and then I was up by like 6 points. The Adamant's such a good spot. Like I did shots into Grimnack, and I only put like 1 or 2 wounds on him. And he was like, I don't remember what he was in Delta last year. It was a lot.
Brutal. So we have some red Wyrmling suit up. We have Me-Burq-Sa up. We have Gilbert in there. We have it next to, you know, Knights next to Gilbert. Getting that attack.
Yeah, we're kind of getting down to the last bits of that Roman army. I mean, okay, so there's still 4 Wyrmlings on the board, but
All 4? All 4?
Yep, all 4 are still there.
4 Romans?
Yeah, 4 Wyrmlings. We've got 3 10th on there, I guess. So that's,
No.
that's actually okay.
I only see, there's only 1 Roman on the board. I see Me-Burq-Sa in there. That's a Me-Burq-Sa, that's a Knight, that's a red Wyrmling.
So Wyrmling.
Yeah, there's a 10th, that's the 10th in the shadow down there.
Yeah. But then the other 3 Wyrmlings are still, they're just further out. but
Wyrmling.
They're just right there.
He's had 1 Roman since he put that OM on. He had that OM on Valguard. He only had 1 Roman then.
Got it. So 1 Roman, 4 Wyrmlings. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, sorry, did I say 4 Romans?
yes,
earlier?
I think that was why.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where that
I'm sorry,
miscommunication came from.
I thought I was
all
saying
good.
Wyrmlings.
All good.
Does he still have, what, 3 red Wyrmlings?
I see 4.
Yeah, there's 4 of them on there.
That's still... That's
Valguard
pretty-
has 1 wound.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Looks like Gilbert's still been unwounded,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, I guess okay, but with only 1 knight, that's not great support.
Right now, if I'm the, you see Cody's leg bouncing right there. I think you, I see, yeah, dude. I think, you know,
Hide
Red
your
Worm.
nervousness from us.
The Einar has a higher. The Einar army, I feel like, has a higher chance of killing and sealing a tax border marker in the upcoming round, where you know your opponent. Granted, I take that back. You just can't take leaving engagements from knights. They're not normal units. Oh, Me-Burq-Sa's down.
Yeah, that's a dead Me-Burq-Sa. 1 hit.
3/10 left. Okay, order marker on 10th can only get 1 charge. Yep. 1 bayonet on order marker on 10th. So probably not an order marker on 10th coming up. Yeah, are you going... How much are you going Red Wyrmlings here coming up? You going... Or are you going 10th? Are you trying to squeeze all the value you can out of the 10th before they just get...
I'd be really tempted to just, like, go order marker 1 on 10th just to get them into slightly more relevant positions and to kind of, like, be alternate targets for the Wyrmlings.
Alternate
But
for the...
except I do want
yeah.
10th into Zeta, though. It's like I want Wyrmlings into snipers, but 10th into Zeta, if possible. Well, I don't know, actually.
You know, it's here...
Wyrmlings can chase Zeta fine if they need to,
This is not... You know...
but it's not great.
Are red Wyrmlings 3/3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 1, 3, 3. If you know... You can go order markers on 10th, and that 10th that's up there, you know, at the top of the board, can run forward and attack, you know, down on your opponent's either Zetacron or snipers.
Try to get a hit. Like,
And then
try to
you,
take out
yeah,
one of those snipers.
you take out a tax border marker. So you try to start doing that as fast as possible. And you know, if I'm trying to get real tricky here, and I don't know if Cody needs to do this because I don't know if he's down to where he needs to start trying to, you know, do sneaky, tricky things to, you know, come back. But you know, do you go like 1-2 or 1-2-3 on 10th in order to just like send that 1/10 up there? Your opponents, let's say that the snipers are going to be coming out. Those are going to be shots of 1 up at height, and you're just relying on those full misses. You're just relying on those full misses from the snipers up shooting up at the 10th on height. And then can you pick off 2 snipers with, you know, by running that 10th up and then getting 1 Wraith and Fire down at another sniper, and then whoa, the Janda army doesn't really have a productive round this upcoming round. I don't know if this is the time where you need to be trying to do that sort of thing, you know, because if you do opt for that strategy, some Red Wyrmlings have been killed in that process, and however, you know, are the Knights going to be attacking Valguard right now? Like, that doesn't sound productive. I feel like you have to Zeta or Stingers or not Stingers. Zeta and Snipers are probably going to start having to come forward, and then it's just like, okay, with with Cody's 10th and Red Wyrmlings, how to prepare to throw a punch, you know, against those Jandar Soulborgs coming out of the starting zone.
Right, yeah.
This is why HeroScape's fun, because all of us are like, yeah, I don't know.
It's
it's
tough.
hard.
Well, because I'm going back and forth, really, like, because if I'm looking at,
Okay.
like, 10th, I don't. I'd love to keep the Wyrmlings alive a little bit longer, just to like have some order marker security going on.
A Wyrmling can hit a sniper, actually.
Okay.
A Wyrmling can hit a
The
sniper.
one on
Yeah.
the concrete?
Yeah, so that's...
We got initiative.
we got snipers.
Alright, yeah, snipers coming.
Okay. Huh.
Okay, so we've got 1 order marker on 10th, 1 order marker on Roman. Got to be number 1 on 10th then.
Probably.
How many 10th left? 3?
Yep.
I love other people that have to count out the spaces. I feel dumb every time I do it, but I that's why I can't play online. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
looking at the screen.
People have to strap down when they play me. Like, oh yeah, you're one of those that counts all the time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I don't want you to shoot me. I'm sorry. You have a gun there. I see on your little miniature's hand.
Guns are dangerous.
I don't want to be
Let's
shot
stay
by that.
away.
Have you ever seen skulls before? They get rolled sometimes.
I'm curious, are you uploading all this to your channel?
So this is all going to be through Emery's stuff.
Oh, Emery,
So
so
yeah, so
Twitch.
yep. So it's on his Twitch, and then afterwards he'll be putting it onto. He's got a YouTube channel as well, so he'll be doing a
nice.
little bit of editing and putting it up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I told him last night that I watched my my final against Chris Perkins, the
Yep.
monster match,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Just to revel in it.
Oh,
you
dude.
know?
Oh, yeah, dude. I have 3 games, I think, that I've filmed that are up there, and
That's awesome.
It's fun to go back and watch.
It's
games.
appreciated. It's definitely
Yeah,
appreciated.
for sure.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like one of the early days of ScapeCon, I was walking by here, and like there are always new faces at ScapeCon. But you're a new face. But then I heard your voice, and I was like, I know that voice.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I've heard that voice before.
That's what I told
I
him,
know who
too.
that is.
Yeah.
I heard. That's why I came up to you. I was like, wait a second. That
Hang
sounds
on.
it.
I think I've heard that voice before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because you always hate your own recorded voice. So
You
for
have
me,
a
it's bad.
did you have a great voice for YouTube?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. For sure.
I feel the same way though. Me and Alexandros, I don't know if you know who that is. We have a Whoscape is our podcast that we.
Oh, okay.
So we had like Dadscaper, Batman, I am Batman. And, we had Jerry Hawthorne on last. Actually.
That's fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
The recently more active on the HeroScape Facebook group, Jerry Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Posting comments. Somebody's like, sick Jerry Hawthorne, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Snipers have scooted forward and preparing to take their shots. This is one of those though where it's like, okay, let's try to get. I don't know. How big, how much credit do you give your opponents at what time? And you really have to feel that out over the course of the game and over the course of tournaments and playing people over and over again. But it's gonna be crazy right now. The biggest threat to GucciiBoost right now is that Cleon has red Wyrmlings coming out 1-2, and he's saying, "Hey, I'm sacrificing the fact I'm sacrificing." Giving up, my third order marker basically, just for the huge surprise factor early in the round. I'm front loading this round. I'm front loading my activate, or my ability to kill early in the part of this round, and the trade off is, giving up maybe even a whole turn at the end of the round. But if he predicted that the snipers are going to be rolling out this way, and you can kill 2 snipers, I assume. I haven't actually counted it out. Let's see. Oh, and that's what GucciiBoost is doing right now, so he's probably not going to let it happen. But let's see. Can these red Wyrmlings in the start zone go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Yep, he counted it out because he's good.
How's it going now?
It's going good.
What's left?
Close to the end.
I feel like we've crossed the path into endgame. Then we worked to the death. It's like, and we're in the endgame.
Okay, so Me-Burq-Sa's dead. Who is
We have
still
4
alive?
red Wyrmlings. We have 3 10th, and we have 1 Roman and a 1 wounded Valguard, so 6 life Valguard, versus a full life Sir Gilbert, 1 Knight of Weston, 3 snipers, and Zetacron.
So it's still decent resources.
I
on
think
both
right
sides, but it's
now,
gonna start
I think a
falling
very
pretty quick.
slight edge to Einar.
We're about to see. Where these
Depending on
there's
these
about
next 2 turns.
there are going to be a singular die that get rolled on these attacks, and these deadly shot snipers. It just matters so much.
Yeah,
It'll either be
does.
hit or nothing.
Yeah.
And then, we're at the point in the game when truly one great, kill turns it entirely. Then it's close to too far gone. I may be oversimplifying it, but, the essence remains true, I think.
He's really deciding where he wants to have those Omnicrons, but he hasn't really shifted them around very much. Are there better spots for him?
I guess he's trying to. I mean, he's probably not trying to figure out where he wants them now. He's going to try to, trying to figure out where he wants them next turn.
Yeah, I buy that.
And then it's, why am I thinking through that? Because I'm trying to think through where my opponent wants their red Wyrmlings, or their 10th if it's actually on 10th, or their,
Yeah, honestly, I feel like 4 red Wyrmlings and you got a single squad of snipers. You basically need to kill 3 of them. You basically need to kill. I feel like if you don't, you're unless the Wyrmlings can't get in a spot where they're even ground with you, you're just losing.
Shoutouts to that beautiful Jandar, or that beautiful Gilbert flag. Not broken, not bent. Looking good in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I don't remember how mine is.
Yeah, mine got bent in half for sure, and I've tried to gently prop it back up, but it doesn't look great.
I like use a splint. I like to take toothpicks and put it in there, and then take twist ties and twist it around the part of the figure. So like all my
flag, it works.
I had the trifecta of perfection somehow. My my Yari, my Templar, and my Gilbert all no broken anything.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me. Oh, you better not let me close to those things.
I have like one Yari that isn't broken.
I forgot to tell you,
Out of, like,
David got me
12.
for Christmas for so he was like, I didn't know what to get you, but since you guys did so well with Templar and ScapeCon East, you got me a brand new my 5th squad of Templars in a package up on my shelf.
Oh, that's it.
I probably won't ever open it. It's just sitting up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I'll probably never run 5 Templar, but it's
That's awesome.
yeah.
Unless we can revert back to ScapeCon East and them being 70 points in
Yeah,
Delta.
take them back to 70. I'll take 5.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I'll take 9. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so got 110.
So he scooted up, he took the shots. Oh, he's gonna shoot on the Roman now? Sometimes it's just kind of like, the plus minus on like if you happen to have put the order marker on Roman and now I kill the Roman and
Right, yeah.
wow, like, and part of it on the flip side is like, sometimes it's like a ridiculous play. It's like, it'd be stupid for me to put an order marker on Roman, but you think it'd be stupid for me to put an order marker on Roman.
Yeah.
So, and like, HeroScape, I know over the course of tournaments and games and cons, you really get to know, I feel like, what to try to predict out of your opponent. Mm-hmm. And, at this point, they're giving each other big credit because both these players are very good.
I've definitely put an X order marker on something because I'm like, I want someone to shoot at this.
Yeah, mm-hmm. For sure. For sure.
It's close.
Oh yeah, it's super close.
I definitely felt like Jenner was running away with it there for a minute, but good, he's bringing it back.
Who wants to be the one who runs up to them and yells time?
I
don't know. I did that at one of my North Carolina tournaments. Like we were all watching the end of like a really intense game, and then I just had the thought, so I said time, and everyone and I was like, no, I was totally freaking messing with you guys.
That's awesome.
I feel like championships, you should just let it play out, honestly.
Yeah.
I say that because I'm also a slow player, so I get the advantage, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize how fast of a player I was until last year at ScapeCon.
You're fast.
No, the reason I didn't realize this is because I played Protectors in the Delta event at ScapeCon last year, which is an army that either wins fast or loses fast, and I was getting done 30 minutes before people were done.
Yeah.
So that was when I learned I'm a fast player.
I've had 3 games go to time this con, which is, for some people that'd be a lot. For me, that's good. I've had cons where I've had much more go to time.
I think I've had one.
I feel like I've been playing at a good pace this year.
I definitely played punched above my belt last year, and I feel like I'm below my belt this year, but it's alright.
You're having fun below your belt this year.
I had 0 games go to time this year, so I played 4 games, but still.
Wait, didn't they have something with prizes last year where if the less games you had to go to time, you got something?
Yeah, they did that last year.
That sounds awesome.
I'm happy. I haven't had a single game go to time since I've been playing.
That's it.
Last year I had 4. So
I had one, but to be fair, it was also a matchup that very much would lend itself.
Yeah,
to
sometimes
time.
Yeah, sometimes you play.
Technically,
Marl
we finished
Warrior,
before the round was over,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Look, let's just go to points."
Yeah, because sometimes it's just like, I know they're going to be smart enough to back up, and therefore,
Well,
you know.
what it was we finished a round, and I was like, look, even if we did another round, I'm not winning.
Yep. But you should always play it out,
But
folks.
I went upstairs.
Roll them dice.
No. Like his
I know.
stuff was like in his start zone, and I had no way to even get to it with a full round.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Okay, so wait. The 10th shot? I didn't see dice be rolled. I saw, the granted
well,
we're
they
talking and
attacked,
stuff.
but nothing happened. Yeah.
So was there wait then fire? No, they moved.
I'm pretty sure they moved.
And therefore if they moved,
they moved.
If they moved, what did we didn't get any bayonet attacks?
Well, let's see actually.
Where'd that guy up top go? Did he die? Oh yeah, I see 6 dead. 10th.
Yeah, so one of them was sniped by the Omnicron.
I like Jandar right now. Granted, that's a 6 life Valguard, but granted, that's a 6 life Gilbert.
Yeah, no, if these snipers can get another turn or two these couple
Yep,
turns,
yep.
I think they're going to be
This was my
sitting
first
pretty.
one, but I'm more leaning towards these two. And I heavily lean towards that one, but I like that one. Pretty good. Obviously, yeah. I think that's one of the favorites, probably. Dwarves is obvious. I don't think that's good because that's good, but I don't mind that.
That one's fine.
You guys talking about cheese?
No, mercenaries.
Mercenaries, I see.
What are you
Yeah.
playing in cheese?
What are you playing,
I'm
cheese?
still trying to decide. I feel like Q9, the Q9 build. I talked to you about this on Discord, but I feel like the Q9 build this year is the point total is just lends itself really well to the Q9 rats.
And you say the Q9 build, and I assume you mean 3 Q
3 rats.
Q9 times 3.
No, Q9, and then Raylan.
So you could do
you
3
like
rats,
Raylan?
Q9 Raylan, but you could
Yeah,
also
yeah.
do 2 rats, Q9 Raylan Marwar.
I like that one more.
I like that one more.
I like that one more.
But
because I hear different people say the Q9 build, and the thing is, I think there are multiple Q9 builds that are valid for.
when I say
the
that,
cheese event.
it's really the top cut I'm talking about, which is 3 rats, Hydra, Mara Warriors, Raylan, Q9.
Wait. So, but what's the day one portion of it?
So I would probably do
Q9 rats times 3 Raylan. Mark it.
Okay. In my testing for it, I have gone down on Q9. I don't think Q9's the big bag of boogeyman that we've kind of played him up to be all these years.
Here is
like
one of the
Q9's like sad over there.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they like me?
They're like, oh, you're a jerk if you play Q9. Like, I don't be played with. Like,
I kind of agree. Like,
Here
it
is
stomps some armies real hard,
Yeah.
which stinks. But if you've got a decently balanced army, I think you've got a good shot at the Q9.
I think Adam is very good with Q9, and that's probably why Q9 has more of a reputation. But also, I think there's also this just people. Well, so for one thing, there is actually some finesse to playing Q9. Really.
for sure.
It's not.
We got the sniper
You
moves.
can win and play it badly, but in some of the
Okay, attack down at Red Wyrmling, big attack, miss. Or attack even, I guess. Big attack even. Ooh. Okay, we got a Red Wyrmling dead. And then,
I put all the
I assume it's another attack at Red Wyrmling.
Did you put away the
Another
samurai?
attack? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're Cody, you're okay. Losing one Red Wyrmling, I think that's okay.
Don't play him in cheese.
I mean, like, obviously, if you got to choose, you would choose 0 Red Wyrmlings being killed, but,
Right, yeah.
I'm not doing that.
But if you have to live with it,
If
then
you
you
have
probably
to.
can live with it.
Well, they're all balanced. They teach.
Yeah. That's,
Ah.
some of them are absolutely not balanced.
I think Zelrig Sacred Band is good.
I thought that.
for what?
Pre-build dragons. I think Zelrig Sacred Band is the best.
I'm going to do everything I can.
You have Brimstone, right?
Of course I did.
Brimstone.
My crowdsourced army, I'm doing everything I can to win with that.
I want to see you win with it. That's pretty.
And at this point, especially for the Einar army,
Everything else is great, but Brimstone is.
you want to get to this initiative switch. You want to get to this initiative switch with an adequate amount of firepower to where you get to throw heat at before and then throw heat after the potential initiative switch. I mean, the goal is to be the person who throws the last punch in a lot of HeroScape matches, and if you can throw this last punch in a way that works. They're talking about, what is it, the pre-built dragon event, and Skywell says, I'm rooting for Zelrig and pre-built dragons just because I love Sacred Band. Okay, fair.
Yes, they do.
I love Zelrig. Zelrig's my favorite dragon.
Wait a second. I like that.
Zelrig's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
Built that army.
Speaking of Zelrig, Red Wyrmling.
Here we go. Going for a sniper.
Up, dead.
There we go. Got
Dead.
it. Yeah.
Totally dead.
Okay, like I did one.
And then,
Okay, don't like it again.
where's the other sniper?
Just going for that knight there.
No, he's trying to figure out where he's going to scoot forward. Where's the other sniper?
Oh, the other sniper?
Are snipers dead?
Sorry. The other two snipers are just behind that
Yeah,
ruin.
okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both there.
Against range, which means the Q9 build has to be extremely careful because you are totally fine just suiciding Deathmarker 7000 up next to him.
So the strategy
There's
is
Mike the TO being a huge jerk, yelling at people. Gosh, I'm so scared of
and
them.
then you take the Omnicron build. and
Totally
suicide.
not. Okay, alright,
I'll be honest, like, I heard a lot about the yelling at ScapeCon before I came here. I'm like, man, I'm ready to see some people be angry,
Yeah.
and it's been pretty chill yelling.
Yeah, I feel like they overhyped it on the front end. And like, well, if you are late, we have the right to kneecap you. We'll just walk by with a hammer and just bang, and like, don't be late. But like, it hasn't really been happened like that. It felt like everyone's
Oh,
on
yeah,
time.
no, it's been good.
You know.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was nervous because I entered my army in wrong, and I was like, "Oh no!" They made a big fuss about like doing everything perfectly, and I was like, I fessed up, and they're like, "You're fine," and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I was so scared that I was gonna get in trouble.
I was thinking about this.
What's going on?
So,
These tents are figuring
one
out where to
sniper
navigate
down.
to. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Yeah,
wait,
last order marker on
Did-
Omnis.
wait. So the Red Wyrmling did shoot up, I guess, at the. Yes, the Red Wyrmling. I am sure this is one of these things where, guess what? I'm not gonna count. I'm gonna give credit to Cody. My guess is that Red Wyrmling cannot be shot at by the sniper. Let's see now. I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, what do you know?
That other Red Wyrmling probably can.
I mean, the Red Wyrmling that's up top is going to get shot at by the snipers that are behind the Marvel Ruin. But those snipers cannot, I believe, get in a spot on the map that can shoot at the Red Wyrmling that is in the Star Zone. What do you know? Coincidence. Cleon always has these things happen. Total coincidence. Like, no. But I mean, that you hold on to that. Why? So that it never gets shot at? No. So that you have it through the initiative switch. That is the goal.
Right.
Reveal your, open up your weaknesses at the chance of high upside. And if there's high upside around initiative switches, there typically is, then you do it then. And ideally, even like if I say ideally, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it last turn, but maybe even if that Red Wyrmling. If both Red Wyrmlings could have been scooted back to where neither of them could have been targeted until this upcoming initiative switch opportunity, maybe that could have been a good play by Cody.
Yeah, that would have been nice if you could have.
But then you're still just letting your opponent keep their 3
Right.
snipers as opposed
Right.
to exposing 1 and then letting them have 2 snipers. And now both these sniper shots are up. They're going to be on, shadows shooting up at, the Red Wyrmling 1v4s with deadly strike. Oh, we got a 2, Red Wyrmling down. Oh no, not the Red Wyrmling, we got Pimp down. Oh no, there's a Red Wyrmling!
Yeah,
There was a
he's taking out
3rd
in
Red
the-
Wyrmling the whole time?
You're taking in the large there.
Did you guys?
That's the
did
one thing.
you guys know there was the 3rd Red Wyrmling right there?
No, I've been half
Yeah,
paying
that was-
attention to the game, but that's very cool.
When he pulled it out, I
Yeah,
remembered
yeah.
oh yeah, that's where he went to attack the
No,
the
that ma-
sniper.
That makes
But
sense.
I did forget about him for a while.
Yeah, it's just a different dynamic around like keeping your order marker activations alive, whether you have 2 or 3 Red Wyrmlings.
Yeah.
Okay, I assume we're shooting. Oh, we're shooting up at the 10th. Okay, we got a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, 10th are alive.
Oh boy.
Nice.
So it's on Reds.
Okay. Initiative switch, best case is what? Red scoot up, kill the knight?
Yeah. So
Like one on Knight, one
when I
on
first picked up Hot
Omni.
I went. It's like 3 range.
So Zetacron's still full. Gilbert is still full. Wow.
I mean, this Red Wyrmling that Cody just moved, I would try to be making sure that he is in a spot where next order marker, he can kill that
That sniper?
That sniper, way over yonder.
Yeah. No, I like them. I like the knight play. I like going for the knight there. 2, it basically. Oh, is that a second shield?
Oh, and he got 2 for 2?
Oh, he got 2 for 2. Damn, that hurts. Do you take the 4v4 or do you take the 3v2?
3v2.
You guys handling
Cool. Yeah.
I think I take the 4v4. I think it's slightly better odds.
Really?
Oh,
It guarantees you a skull?
What's it called?
Or,
Yeah, archery.
Let me look.
And
I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. This is the thing that has happened.
yeah. I'm saying,
yeah, I'd be 5 points short for bad rating. But I could still drop payment and get 2 squads of archers.
Nope,
and
3v2 is
that means
better.
that I can roll. I can have a screen for my screen.
big
My
initiative
screen
coming up.
like that. I don't think that that's bad because
I'm probably seeing order markers on. Man, it's full life.
I mean,
He's full life, or full life Gilbert and, 1 wound of Valguard are. I'm getting through Gilbert and Valguard is so funny. They're just like still so beefy sitting there in the middle of the map while all the rest of the army, where the offense is being thrown from, is much more, weaker and ready to crumble. Is still just like shooting and throwing heat all around those two.
The thing with the Gilbert versus Valguard is the Gilbert side has Zetacron, and Zetacron can cut through that super fast.
For sure. Yeah, getting through Gilbert is going to be hard. I see two red Wyrmlings, and 2 10th, and 6 life Valguard versus a full life Gilbert, 1 knight, 2 snipers, and a Zetacron. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game.
I'm rooting for
Except for
Ari.
mine.
I gotta root
It's
for
only
Ari
their
'cause
game
it's
out of them,
Mars,
too.
but-
Oh, Cody, mine would probably not have those out.
Oh, Shugel! Shit, damn it. Sorry, someone just built something.
That was exciting. Did not get on the computer, though.
I
Got on
know.
the
Yeah, none of the
tabletop.
equipment got damaged, which is great.
That was my bad.
Kind of amazing.
Party foul.
I got it.
Kind of amazing that none of the equipment got damaged. Wow.
My bad, William.
That's impressive. That is very impressive.
Let's go get some paper towels. F's in the chat.
We're dealing with that. Jesus.
I knew I was bound to do that eventually.
I'll just hop in here. I think they're reset.
Grab one off these round tables.
There's your different types of tablecloth.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, those are circular ones. This is a square one.
It is, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I am.
It happens.
Yeah, we should probably not have food and drink around. Cause,
Yeah.
He was literally
Around
like, "Can
the
you guys
equipment.
handle the stream?" Walked off, and he's gonna walk back to this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean, nothing bad happened.
no, you're right.
It could have been much
If you go
worse.
to the bar and tell them what happened, they'll be able to remember.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
her name, but our bartender.
Okay. Looks like they're at reset.
It smells like beer now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. What do you? I honestly think my order marker 1 for Cody is on Red Wyrmling.
Yeah.
I don't know after that.
Yeah, it's hard after that.
I think I put 2 on 10th, 3 on. I think I put the X on Red Wyrmling. I think it was 1 X in Red Wyrmling, 2 on 10th, and 3 on Valguard. And then Ari looks like you've got one on snipers, 2 on Zeta, and 1 on Gilbert.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was on 10th that he revealed it?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we're moving. We're not taking away the fires.
No, I think that's the right play.
Attacking down. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
2v4. Or 3. Yeah, 3v4. 1. Dead.
That's huge.
That's huge. See, I can. We have a view of the table. You see Cody stand up after that.
I think it was a whiff.
Man.
Order marker 1 is on snipers. Oof.
Yeah, getting down to not having, not being able to, when you shift from, okay, I'm trying to kill 2 things in a turn, to I'm trying to kill 1 thing in a turn. Ew.
I think the sniper needs to try and kill the red Wyrmling.
Yeah, you need to just, there are 2 order markers on there.
Yeah, you need to drop that efficiency down. Yeah. You go there. I think you go for the one that's not engaged, or at least you try to.
Yeah. Oh. Yo, we should watch and commentate based on this video, not that, because there's a little bit of a lag there, and we're picking up the sound from this.
Gotcha.
Because we have, like, the iPad here also.
All good. All good.
That's kind of funny.
Well, we got one of the worms, that's good. And now the other Wyrmling is... I think it's got to go for the knight, right? Looks like it didn't happen. Zetacron. I think. Do you go for the red Wyrmling, or do you? I think you go for the red Wyrmling. Because there's no mortar markers on 10th. Yeah, and then you can hit Valguard, because Valguard can take disengages, but he can't get to you. Yeah. I think I go for the red Wyrmling because that's might be where order marker 3 is.
Yep.
And if it's not, Still, you've got that as 2 10th. Do you try and kill one of the 10th with order marker 3? Or do you try and kill, or you try and put some wounds on Valguard?
I think you maybe put wounds on Valguard. You're eventually, like, Valguard's going to climb to height, and then you're never going to be able to, not maybe all the way to, actually, when you have the opportunity to attack down on Valguard, that opportunity could pass you by, and you cannot see that again for a while. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Here's a thought. It'd be kind of cool if we had everybody in reverse of the whip. On a scale of 1 to 10, was your army too strong? Do you think the army you brought was too strong?
Oh, that's
and then,
very
like,
cool.
The number's 5. If you think you brought a perfect army, give yourself a 5. If you think you brought a slightly too strong army, give yourself a 6. And then, like, plot that up against performance, or like plot that up against army records. I don't know. It'd be really nice. You can always go back and just look at the rounds because it alternates. But then, like, reverse of the whip to be able to look at, like, okay, the army.
He whiffed.
Oh, on who?
On the
the sniper attack.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And that's why I don't like snipers in reverse of the whip.
Oh no, it was on Zetacron.
Oh, on Zeta. Oh, same.
Zeta. But yeah.
I see Zetacron now. Okay.
Yeah. So now I think so you'd say you'd attack.
It didn't go well. It didn't go well.
Didn't go well?
It's still beer.
Okay. So
Cody,
I'll come over here then.
yeah, it's right here. Nothing got on anything.
Okay.
So
that's good.
really surprisingly, it was kind of impressive how it just seemed to completely miss it. Stop like.
He went and asked for a different tablecloth.
Okay.
But it was kind of
Yes.
funny. You were like,
Are you
all
hearing me
good?
or something?
Can you guys handle this? And walked off.
Are you needing
like,
something?
like, it didn't take long before we accidentally knocked it over, and then we're like, oh no.
Well, okay. Well, at least it was on your
Yeah,
watch,
no, I
so
think I
don't-
agree.
right,
I think I agree about that because about you take the shot on Valguard because if you get the shot, say on very weird chance you get 6. Say you roll 3 dice. So you roll 3 skulls.
Yeah. You're talking about the attack down at Valguard?
I don't think
Wait,
he's.
Zetacron?
I think Zetacron is attacking. I think Zetacron's attacking like a 10th or
Hey,
something.
so that tablecloth's coming.
I got a tablecloth. Okay.
We can wipe this up and
So-
if we can collectively kind of pick everything up and
One
then
sec, stream real quick. We're just gonna mute for a second while we change the tablecloth.
Blame it
We'll
on
keep the
G-Busy.
stream going for us though.
We are now unmuted, and the tablecloth is fixed. Look at that.
Looks like 6 life Zelric, 1 more Red
Zelric,
Wyrmling.
Valguard.
Don't spill stuff, Taylor.
Lid was on.
Lid was
How
on,
dare
lid
you?
was on.
Full life, so 6 life Valguard, 2 10th Red Wyrmling versus full life Gilbert, 1 sniper Zetacron. That's what it looks like. That's super close.
Yeah, if you want to come over here and take this chair, I'll be right there.
Oh no, that's okay. I'll hang out here. You guys can take that. This is fine.
Okay, so we got an attack.
He's attacking up at the 10th. I don't know if I love that, but I get it.
Limit things that can inflict,
Multiple wounds.
Yeah.
At this point now, they're all on single attacks.
So only 1 Omnicron sniper left.
Yep.
Honestly, okay, so I might be crazy. Tell me if I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you put all 3 order markers on Zetacron if you were Ari?
Probably. Right.
I think I would.
Yeah, you do. And if you're on the flip side, I like. So, yes, if you're on the flip side, then
All of my order markers on Valguard.
I go one on Red Wyrmling.
I think
3 on Valguard, and I take my first order marker. I do leaving engagement, and I try to kill your Zetacron.
I think I have 1, 2, 3 on Valguard and the X on the Red Wyrmling.
I want to try to steal all of your order markers, and I'm gonna risk my leaving engagement with the Red
You don't
Wyrmling.
think you can get the red? Well, you'd have to basically.
I just shoot at it. I'm not taking an attack normal.
You're 3 into 4 doing 2
3
wounds.
into 5 it's shadow.
3 into 5 and doing 2 wounds. Not very likely.
That's true. I mean, that's at least where my brain went with the upside. You maybe don't need to do that because how bad is this looking? You need to kill Zetacron. You're not killing Zetacron like.
So I think the thing is you need to get Valguard to not to height or not low ground.
Yeah.
That's why I put order marker 1 on Valguard.
Yeah, just to run around there and get him on height. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, this is already a height up. I mean, you're already getting height advantage here, though, Valguard. But yes,
I mean, my first order marker with Valguard is I disengage and I hit that sniper.
Yeah, unless he,
Yeah, the Thrasher's got a great point. If you're gonna be shooting at Zetacron, might as well just do it with a 10th.
With the 10th? Where's the 10th?
It's over here.
Okay, sorry, I just do literally forget this. Forget what units are out there.
Yeah, no, I can see an argument for putting
But then,
order
yes,
marker
I would have
1 on the
gotten
10th.
order marker 1 on 10th in order to try to snipe all their,
And honestly, that
would've
even
done
feels
that,
better
yes.
because I feel like I don't think you can wait them fire. I don't think you can bayonet, but you can get a 3 into. You can get a 3 into 4 still, but yeah, I agree. You don't have to take an LEA.
It's gonna be an interesting endgame.
Yeah, there's so many ways this can play out. And the thing is, Ari has to be very careful because Valguard basically, with 6 life, Valguard's basically going to be like, I do what I want. I go where I want.
The thing about it is if you can chase, if Zetacron can chase Valguard away from his other units, by the time, if Zetacron eventually falls, hopefully doing, 2, 3, if not more wounds, it provides time for Gilbert to finish off the red and 10th, and then Gilbert's full life into a wounded Valguard, and then you get the thing in, you hit the 5. Sir Gilbert can tank that, and then are you wanting to take?
Well, at least you
new
hope he
attack
can.
each time.
That's true. How does Valguard fight Gilbert?
So,
Or like what
honestly,
That'll be pretty wounded. I mean, it's
honestly,
two attack, and it's basically
run away and come back.
Zetacron.
that is what
It'd be hard to do.
I do it on like order marker 3. I 100% do it on order marker 3.
Engage with Gilbert.
And you run away and then come back.
So like run.
But you'll have to do that every time, and you'll
it
probably be
doesn't work
wounded.
every
It's not-
time.
I don't think I do it every time. I think
don't
I
do it
do it
every
on
time.
like order marker 3s.
Or yeah.
It's a big part is can Gilbert clean them up? The other stuff. You don't want to get a.
I do think Ari has the advantage at the moment.
Yes, I do too. I'd rather be in Ari's position.
I agree.
But the game's.
But there we go. There's
Yep. Cody snap decision. Did we see a leave engagement attack? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it didn't go into it. It's a dead sniper.
Dead sniper.
Oh, I didn't do this right.
Okay, and now is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay.
I'm trying to think where you can get to that Valguard can't get to.
You can scoot back. You go to the back top right corner, right near where GucciiBoost's left hand is right now, actually. But then you're there. Right now.
I'm okay.
Right now,
I've been
Right now, Ari
so
GucciiBoost
this
is trying to
actually-
run into the corner or to the side of the map. I don't know if he can. Can he? No, it actually does look like it. And that's the main D20. Let's see. Actually, I like the idea of going down to the lowest ground and shooting up because up is up is up.
So
and
honestly,
then when Valguard chases you down to the lowest ground, you have the potential. of leaving
So
engagement,
I
run up, and
honestly,
attack down.
what I do, if I'm Cody, I actually take Valguard right now, and I go with throw 6 dice on Gilbert.
Gilbert. Yep, that's an opportunity that you may not see later in the game ever.
And
You're right.
you have 5 defensive height, and there's a 75% chance he either throws 2 skulls or 0 skulls. So you can use take. I like that idea.
That's what I do.
Okay, you didn't.
Cody
Okay.
Cody runs towards.
All of us being like, yeah, dice a little better than the rest of us. Okay, no big deal.
Yeah. I think that's
Like I said,
That's why HeroScape's great.
when I play Reverse the Whip, I'm always like, what end game do I want?
You're always playing for end game, and I think with with more standard builds, the end game you're not playing down specific end game. It's just to the end game. But
Yeah.
with Reverse the Whip, cluster graphs and things you're playing out.
Yeah.
It's like really the end game.
I think he's still thinking about doing that, about heading towards Zetacron. I mean, the truth of the matter is that he's probably.
This is an interesting end game.
He very well could smack down.
I think that was the first 3 words I said over.
I'm not sure. Like,
I don't think anyone has. I don't think anyone has disagreed with that sentiment.
This is an obvious.
I don't know. That's,
Yeah.
Unless you try to chase
I'll
down
have the
Zetacron,
spicy take.
Sam said, you come back and you hit Gilbert.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. No, that's the move. That's the move.
When I saw him moving towards Zetacron, I was like, that's...
Yeah. My first instinct
It
was
can
go back down Zetacron.
It can definitely work. It can definitely work.
But I feel like you're giving Zetacron at that point. If you go back to Gilbert, you're giving Zetacron definitely too strong.
Does GB just step into Valguard here? GB. Gilbert? That's funny. Does Gilbert just step into Valguard here? Maybe. No, you have to run and shoot with Zeta, I think.
Oh, GucciiBoost. Does GucciiBoost just?
GucciiBoost. You're right.
Just engage.
You also just had G Busy walk up, so I was literally like, oh.
So the question is, should Ari engage Valguard with Zeta?
Engage.
That's
Valguard.
I think.
And there we go.
Yeah.
We see it. Good play. Yep. So 1 wound on Valguard. Is now. Whoa, this is wild. Run back and hit.
Can you get to Gilbert?
Yeah.
It's only 5.
No, but then you let Zetacron get an attack down.
Yeah.
You just gotta say, let's have a good old 2v4.
It's not good odds.
Nope. But do you see anything else?
Honestly, I think I think if you try and play it safe, you lose.
So you need to go hit Gilbert and then be prepared to double. See, but if you go hit Gilbert, you cannot run all the way to hit.
Step away, pray for an initiative switch, and honestly, you might even just have the red Wyrmling do it.
Oh, I didn't see that we were on the 3rd order marker. Initiative switch does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Interesting. Yes.
I think you have to go for the risky play because I think you lose if you play the safe play.
Yep.
I mean, you could get a lucky
Valguard
2 for
has
4.
3 life left. Yep. You have to.
I mean, like I said, you might get lucky on the 2v4, but
Oh, we got a wound on Zeta.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was a blank for a second.
Oh my goodness.
That was almost very big.
Depending on positioning,
What do you if you're because now a 2v4 doing 1 wound, that's a lot more likely than 2.
Yep.
Do you put I think Cody still has to go mostly Valguard here.
Yeah.
If you're Ari, I think I put my order markers all on Gilbert.
20 minutes
All on
ago,
Gilbert? Yeah. I think I put X on Zetacron.
Cody's calling back for sure.
Yeah, 3.
You don't risk a number 1 on Zeta?
I don't think you need it.
Yeah, no, you're up, so you don't need the risky thing. Just do the thing that secures you an attack. Yeah, I like all 3 on Gilbert. Because it also just lets you not get attacked down upon later. Because right now, Gilbert could...
I was going to play my best
Yep.
friend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And first
Yep.
championship to Escape Honeys. And my buddy John. That's my buddy, yeah. I built his armies for him. And he built his World 6 army for the most part. But we talked about
Wow.
Templar for a while.
Safe Zeta. Oh, so we do have the 1 on Zeta. Not even the 1 X on Zeta, just the 1.
So both
Just the 1, yep.
he won.
Trying to
I was in the semifinals.
maybe trick them into running away. Okay, so we can pick up... Is that dead Valguard? No.
So my Padawan, we had
He's rolled 2 skulls twice.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilbert's disengaging? Ooh, I don't like that
Is he?
move. I think he's thinking about it. I don't like that. I think you need to kill that red Wyrmling.
Yeah, just go ahead and kill it.
So he went 8-0, right, with Templar, and then the plan was for me to play him on Impossible.
3. Looking good.
Yeah, I think Ari needs some stuff to go very wrong for him to lose this game.
Yeah. That's a full life Gilbert.
You have, like, Templar are your big powerhouse, right? And then you have a screen component to pull everything towards you.
Now, to be fair,
Take advantage of your charges. So I had 4 Templar.
okay, here's a question. Do you take the disengage?
Yeah, or yeah. You definitely take that.
By the
Oh,
time we got the Monster Mash,
he's trying to hide?
I think he's is that? No,
Oh,
it's
no, he
Van
just-
Gloden. He's technically getting an initiative bonus.
No, he didn't get on the glyph. He just
yeah.
ran around there in order to back up out of Gilbert's threat range.
but I custom painted Templar
Oh.
markers before we even got to
Interesting.
And he had Rock Riders like.
Yeah, we're going to see that attack down with Zeta.
I was like, you don't have the real Templar, man. You're gonna lose. Even if
Yep, told
And then I went on to.
This is one where I go,
4 skulls. That's very good.
yeah, we've gone 1-2 on Zeta. Wow, so 2 wounds, 1 life left.
He is still alive.
1 life
Holy
left.
frig. It is very possible for Cody to win, but he needs so many things to go right at the moment.
There's the situation where Valguard just has 4 defense, and that can just hold
just
up
never
for
dies.
a long time. But but this is not looking.
But Sir Gilbert also got full life.
Yes, and Gilbert also has the 4 defense, but like 4 defense could also do the thing where it just dies.
Look, I have seen enough weird,
we got a big-
weird shit happen.
Yep.
Okay, Zetacron is dead. But it does mean that...
And now we're gonna play this cat and mouse game where Valguard is gonna get this first hit, and Valguard has what is this? Nope. Jandar has the first chance of the initiative switch. So, oh wait, Valguard just.
Yeah, no, he's gonna have an initiative switch chance.
I ended up pulling it out.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Late game ended up being like Krug next to my Q10. Put he had 4 or 5 moves on him. I hit him with Templar, and then I had to leave engagement with my last Templar. And
Yeah, this is why you should have gone back and hit
and I did.
hit Gilbert.
He missed the leaving engagement.
Yep.
with Krug, and so he's 6 attack against Krug.
I mean, again, very easy for me to say when I'm not making these decisions in real time.
Yeah, very possible seems like an overstatement.
Look,
we're
like I said,
setting the scene.
very possible is a thing that I have seen very weird things happen in this game.
I think it's also the caster effect where you want to think a little bit more positive.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Okay,
yet, it's not
okay. Also, for anyone who doesn't know me, which is very few people probably watching this, the amount of couching in every single statement that I put is
That's true.
amazing. No, there is seriously a conversation between me and Adam where I have this exact same thing, and I'm 4 sentences in, and every sentence I give, he points out the word that's doing the couching. It's kind of amazing.
That's great.
Hi.
You're in this thing called streaming.
Yes.
It's actually people are actually watching this right now.
Nice. Who's watching?
Thrasher,
not
Sheep,
real people.
Frog.
Frog's there.
Not this Frog, other Frog. It's actually funny. I call you Bigga and him Frog.
Cool people, very cool people.
I'll take
Hey,
it. It works out.
if I weren't here physically, I would be.
Yes,
watching
very
this
cool
online.
people. I don't know. It's 7:30. It'd be 7:30.
Skywheel's here.
Yeah, Skywheel's great.
What can I
Oh,
what can I
so
not
we
say?
so we got a Gilbert
What
move?
can you not say?
Penis.
No, you just.
No, I
you
can
just
say.
said
Yeah, I can
that. Yeah,
say.
I
it. No, I just did it.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know what gets Twitch demonetized or
Oh
anything
no.
like that.
Oh, are we monetized?
I don't know.
I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Trying
Probably
to be.
a lot of people.
Sam Frost single-handedly tanks Hero Escape
Oh,
with
no,
the
that wasn't
single
Sam
word.
Frost.
I've been working very hard on this for a while. Don't worry, guys.
I don't know about tanks, seriously, like tanks, the Renegade.
It's not Renegade who did us down. It was.
Who's playing?
Cody and
Cleon.
Cody and
At
Ari.
the very end of this end
Nice.
game,
Yeah.
and we just see Gilbert. So, you know what? Honestly,
Okay.
seems
Oh,
silly
nice.
to say,
Who did
but I
this?
feel like height is better than it was a few years ago. Like,
What do you mean by this?
dude, height.
Are you
I
talking
don't
about
know.
like as far as
I-
maps are concerned,
Yeah,
or
this-
like?
it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like in 2017 I was looking really hard at trying to find the best move, and it was some weird move. And nowadays I just look really hard. And I'm like, just go to height, bro. Just like every time the answers go to height and figure out the next thing like from there.
Granite Guardians are got their fists in the air, right?
Who
Yeah,
did
yeah.
this? I like this.
That would be Bigga.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
Bigga did the little
Oh, we got an initiative. and
Skywhale. Look, Sam Frost isn't in it. Oh, she didn't run any Doom and
possibly the last attack. No. Okay. Anything creative you can do here where you like back up, say, hey, get off of height, Gilbert. Let me swing around and hit you down. Probably not.
I mean,
No,
no, you can't. Like, you can play for it, but it's like,
I mean, do you full back up and hope for an initiative switch in the future? Like, or
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, what other option do you have?
if Gucci's able to pull this out, Gucci hasn't. This would be Gucci's biggest tournament victory. You know, biggest tournament win that he's ever had. He's won an event. He hasn't won a main event ever, and you know, so looking like a hype moment coming up for him. That's exciting. I know Cleon's won ScapeCon East this past year, but
Have I
getting
I
a
don't-
getting a big tournament win like this, a main event, is not easy. And
I
main event
definitely-
at Gen Con, at ScapeCon.
Yeah, no, I don't
No.
think I
No, it's a
well, I
good
mean, I
tournament.
haven't made I've won events, but I've definitely never won anything
a
like
main event.
I've
Or-
won online stuff, but like, yeah.
Back in the day at Gen Con, it was always like the main event, and General Wars was the second biggest event, and everyone just kind of knew that. So if you wanted General Wars, it was the second biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay, Gilbert, attack. Safe.
Is that game?
No, safe.
Damn.
And now they're, just rolling dice. They know what they want to do. 2?
2?
Ooh.
Oh, I think he blocked it.
Oh, did he? It was like one that didn't show up very well. And there it is.
There it is. Good game.
Congrats, Gucci.
Congrats, sorry.